Okay. Okay, and we should be live. We are live. Okay. Give me 1 second here. Let's see. Okay. There we go. Good morning, everybody. Let's see if we've got to send this here. Let's see. Welcome. Good morning. Give me 1 second. Tenemos todo esto aquí. Tenemos esto acá. Mandamos esto también acá. There we go. Okay. Oh, interesting. Bum. Okay. And dun. Hey, good morning, Sanjam. Give me 1 second here. Hey, good morning. Good morning, GS. Got to share this thing right here before we start. Yeah. Give me 1 second. Gotta go with this. So today's going to be 7 a.m. Now it is not Eastern. Now it is EDT, right? Like daylight savings time. Yeah. Now it's daylight savings time. And got it. Save, post. I think this is the link. Should be working fine. Okay. And as soon as we upload this one. Okay, so from yesterday, I have to confess here that I actually closed this one early and it became a break-even trade that later actually worked out. So, you know, got me a little bit, can I say? I don't know why I distrusted my own analysis last night. And like, for some reason I felt like, hey, what if we just consolidate here, blah, blah, blah. But it made sense, everything, like all the reasoning why I was expecting this. Actually, I can explain it later. But this thing here, I actually got in and kind of like got out of the trade. In stream. Gonna explain why. I mean, there's not much to explain, right? It was just we finally rejected from here. This is the 4 hour. Oh, I was on mute on Zoom. I'm sorry. Yeah, I was saying that yesterday there was a trade that I took and got out of it break even. I don't know, like I distrusted, I guess, my own analysis, and that was unnecessary because this one here, we had the 4 hour support here. We closed above it, and this 4 hour did this tap here down to here. So the 30-minute, I do remember. Actually, I think the problem was that I entered here and I saw all of this 1, 2, 3, 30-minute, and I kind of got like, okay, so we're gonna be BS in here. So and it was here. The stop loss right below this thing, and I held for like three, for two only. So at the second one, I got out at break even, and then look at this, it just worked. I was gonna hold, like the idea was to hold up to here, but anyway. That doesn't give you money, right? That is useless. So let's go now with today's trades. And we are sharing idea for gold. Sharing idea for gold. Let me see. It looks good. Yeah, it looks good. Closing above this. Let me see. It looks interesting what you just shared there. Let me see. We have a 30 minute. You know what? Let me redraw the whole thing now. 4 hour. So daily's coming bullish. I guess we're gonna tap into this area finally. There's some interesting thing going on here because this is a key level here that we just rejected, 1914, 15, around there. So we just rejected this on the daily, which is important because if you notice, because of this, I mean, this is still bearish on the daily structure, but the weekly remains bullish. So this could become a rejection. 4 hour now is officially bullish, so that's good. 4 hour up to here, which is where we actually are rejecting. So that is interesting. We do have kind of like a level here. I mean, 1945, between 1945 and 1950, there is a zone here, so that's something to keep in mind. That we could have pushes up and still reject this, and then come down to here today, because this is kind of like the level that there's a high probability we're gonna revisit around here. This is 1931. And the reason why I expect that is because I always go with I always try to go with the 4 hour structure. So 4 hour is bullish, but we're pretty much at the height of the higher point of the bullish structure, right? If we look at it, so I would expect some sort of retracement today. Hey, buongiorno, Luca. I would expect some sort of retracement today, or if we close above here, so that would be interesting. Like if at 9 a.m. we close above here, if you notice, so this is something cool. If you notice, the day that we actually closed above, specifically 1945 on the 4 hour, right here, 1945.5, yeah. The day that we closed above 1945.5, which was here, it just came back for liquidity to continue going up. So 4 hour closing above here is important. Now between here and here we have something going on. Most likely it's gonna be a 30-minute level, but also we have something going on up down to here. So that's important too. So 4 hour, it is rejecting kind of like this that is going on here, I guess. Yeah, yeah, coming up. That's how it is. Let's say. So let's keep this around here. So now the 1 hour. Yeah, this is a level. This is a 1 hour level, right here, and we're gonna reject. Oh, we are above it right now. Oh wow, wow! This is a kind of like highly. So let me go with the latest reference only. This was the last resistance on the 1 hour, and this was kind of like the support, but that was coming down. So the reference should be coming up, right? So the coming up reference, it is like around here. So this is the coming up reference, and this is all the way up to there here. Okay, so this is what, 47? Yeah, up to here. That is the reference I have on the hour. So yeah, we have space. Yeah, we have space. Look at here, twice bounced. 1, 2, 30-minute, 15-minute, which is your idea is, yeah, it looks good. It looks good, your idea on the 15. Yeah, it looks good to go up to retap here and even continue going up. I mean, it's a little bit late for me, but it doesn't look bad at all. It is, has momentum. I guess you enter here, right? Where you have it here. Oh, above here. So you had it on 1943. Okay, 1943. 1943 around here, based on what time frame? Oh, you will wait for the closure. Okay, 1943. You would wait for closure. 1943.15. That level was based on what time frame? Because if anything, I would say the entry. This is a little bit confusing to me because I don't see exactly what is it that was going on here. What time frame? Let me see. Oh, this is a 1 hour, I guess. So this would be like a 1 hour level. Okay. So this is the beginning of the first 1 hour. You would expect this, that because already grabbed liquidity here, it would fill the wick within the next 1 hour. Yeah. Well, I mean, I'm not taking that one, but it looks good. I mean, anything that so this is what I would say regarding gold, I guess. Today, the bias on gold bias is bullish based on the 4 hour. On the 4 hour, right? So let's say that preferences to the buy button, so should be looking for buys. Now, keep in mind we are at the top. So let me actually, now that I think about it, let me clear this, because we have to keep in mind that we are, as the moment we tap into whatever we're about to tap it now. So we're about to tap it again. So we might have a final push up to, what is this up here, and even the 50 area, yeah, with the wicks and everything, right? So that goes along with like the whole package, which is, this is a major resistance area. So I would not expect, like, this is, if anything, let's say this is this is the limit. This is the limit of the area, the 1950, for the whole range. The whole package for the 4 hour is contained within this area from here to here. So we could actually, based on this, I mean, I guess I will also wait for this, because it doesn't look bad at all from here to here, and I just yeah. Once it close, and it closed barely above. Yeah, it closed. You see this? It closed slightly above it, and this is a 1 hour. So the only thing is this doesn't have a wick, but we have momentum because of what happened yesterday, right? Look at this thing here. This was kind of like the final liquidity grab, let's say, for the big guys to push up to here, and which is why also I was kind of like, I went for the buy here, for the entry here, because I said, hey, we just grab liquidity here, high probability we're gonna get up to here. Remember, that was the thinking, right? So as we close above this, you would want to, the 15-minute was the chart I'll wait to 15-minute closure above 1944 and wick fill 47. That's a 44. Okay. Yeah, this is a 1 hour level. It is all bullish. So this is one of those rare times I mentioned before that you can expect the candle not to have a wick. This is one of those rare times. Why? Because these two candles already grabbed the liquidity. So this actually makes sense on the 30 minute. The 50 minute already filled the wick. So yeah, 5 minutes away. So yeah, anything that looks like a buy should be a good entry. This 4 hour level is not gonna be relevant for until the next like 2 hours. So I could actually erase it for now. But just to keep in mind this, we came up from here. I'm gonna kind of keep the 4 hour thing here, closure here. So we might have a visit all the way up. Now this one started up here. So this 1 hour level could become a 4 hour rejection, and this could flip, and that means that this is the flipping. This could be the flipping here. So if anything, I will keep in mind that this could become the 4 hour key level if this flips and comes down to close New York down here. It would actually make sense, but it most likely would tap here first and then flip, and that would make sense for the 4 hour structure to look something like yeah, it would look something like this. So if this 4 hour flips, then it would kind of like, I don't know, close, I don't know, if something like this, but then it could actually leave a whole freaking wick that taps even all the way up there, and it would actually make sense for in terms of technical structure, because this here that we had here, this here would be the structure limit. This was the previous thing. This was the low, and this could be like what we are looking for the continuation up, right? So this is what I would be looking for. If we close below 1940, if we close below 1940, there is a high probability. Now we should, I mean, I'm still bullish, so I just have I'm just keeping in mind that whatever closes below this, I might have to wait a little bit more for a buy entry, because then it could just come down to here, to this area here, and look for support, and that might happen after 9 a.m. after 9:30. So yeah. Have you ever tried trading gold for a small win during consolidation between sessions? I know it sounds like a stupid question, but I'm 5.4% since an hour ago for a small win during consolidation between sessions. Yeah, I would have to, like, I really don't know exactly, because it really depends, like if you're trading bounces, if you're trading consolidations, which is a way to trade it, say. I mean, you can trade zones. I used to do that. I mean, I do that sometimes, but big zones, I don't trade small zones. And now this is about to close. 1 minute. Okay, so the whole idea, let's see, let's go for the Nile. Was it? Yeah, the Nile shared this. Let's see if it was. Okay, look at this. The push. So a closure above the wick and the continuation. Yeah, makes sense. Makes sense. Look at this. Yeah, for this candle specifically, then now I would actually wait for the wick fill. I mean for the wick. Bounces bullish, obviously, like 15 15 very small wins, not even 10 pips. Feel like it's just safer. Yeah, okay, so we have the closure here. Yeah, I like it. I like the closure. Um, I want to visit here, to be honest, to feel better. So yeah, I actually traded the news. It was really small win. I wasn't because I don't, usually don't trade news. As you noticed, news events and we don't have a good relationship. But it was a small win. It was fine. Grabbed the. It was like a really strong push. I think I bought. Yeah, actually I ended up buying and closed like it was like 10 pips, something like that. It was nothing. It was just like a small win. But yeah, it's okay. It's okay. It was a win. Yeah, like if it visits down to here and then flips, should be a good buy entry. Yeah. 30 minute doesn't look bad. It's just a continuation entry. It would have to be based on the 15. Yeah, well, doesn't look bad. Anything that looks like a buy should be good enough. And this is a 15-minute level up to here. Uh, Up to here, yeah, makes sense. Oh, it is here. Bum, 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 bum. And then it visited here, and then that one brought the price down to here. So typically, and this grabbed liquidity, but it tapped all the way up there. Did it tap? No. So yeah, this is a good one, actually. Yeah, yeah, it is a good continuation. So, oh, this is a good one. So as we flip this candle, I think I'm gonna go in. It's oh wow, the GJ one would have worked too. I had a GJ thing looking at it, and I wanted to see if it was gonna work. Yeah, as we flip, I think I'm gonna go in as we flip this candle after this wick. And yeah, for the rest of whatever. And yeah, I'm gonna go with momentum here now. Remember the 1 hour, I think was it that didn't have a wick? Yeah. So if we come back up again, then we should have the momentum grab from here. But if not, then maybe that's the flipping, right? Or part of it. Now I will place a buy stop above this thing, and as we flip, the stop loss should be down to here. And yeah, let's see if we have the steam to go up. So this would be, yeah, this would be like here, here, and here. Yeah, I like your idea, Daniel. I like it. Okay, so Michael, yeah, I haven't tried that. I would have to, I would have to, I would have to kind of like see what exactly is it. Like, you can share a chart and maybe have some explanations. Jaden, what about moving to 1960? Maybe a week at 1960. That is like up there. 1960. Wow. I mean that we would have to wait to break above here. It would be a little bit hard for the price, but I would not expect that to happen so easily. because we rejected there 1950. We rejected there way too many times before we actually broke up. I mean, this one was a clean break, right? It was straight up. So yeah, it could actually happen, but it is a strong level. One, two, rejected twice the 4 hour structure. So but it could happen. I mean, 1960 here, just like this day. Now, for that to happen, you need a lot of momentum. As you can see, this 4 hour here, look at this. Massive 4 hour, then another big 4 hour, and then because so much momentum couldn't hold. But here, look at this. Big one, smaller one, kind of like smaller one. So this one already kind of met the range already. So this is why I'm saying that from here, we could actually reject the 4 hour structure because you have to look at the impulse. Remember, we have impulses, we have corrections, right, on the structure. So this was the impulse, and the impulse came from here. So how long can we keep up this impulse before we correct a little, before we can continue going up? That would be like a typical question I ask myself. I don't know, what is this? I think I can erase this already, and I can erase, I guess this I'm gonna keep. So the impulse right now it's up to here. So it actually makes sense that we are rejecting this a little bit. This is the weekly level, but it's also a 4 hour level on the higher time frame. So it makes sense. You know, we have a range between here and here from this chart that it's good that I have another chart where I have like a macro view just to keep it clean and tidy. And yeah, like if you notice, this makes sense. Now, I would actually expect a tap today here for like, it's just one, two, yeah, at least once. But if it rejects, it's not like it is a crazy thing that it's doing, because look at this. Even the 30-minute moved enough in favor. And here. Yeah, I agree. Trading news is no bueno. Yes, trading is just, I have a thing with trading news because, like, for the last, I don't know, 2 years. For the last 2 years, the only time I really lose any pending order, it is because of news. Like, even the news that I took, I don't know if it was in Spanish or in English, the stream that we had. I took a pending order that typically I would have won like 90% of the time. I'm not even kidding. The news made me lose it. And I said it before it happened. I said, this is a news event. I typically lose the news event. I shouldn't do it. Went for it anyways, made me lose. So I was like, you know what? I'm just not gonna trade the freaking news anymore. I hate them. Why would I trade something that makes me lose it pretty much every time? Here's more detail. Nice labeling, I like it. Price forming, weak rejection zone. Yeah, grab liquidity. Price faked out to the upside. Went back to weak zone, respected it. Well, I mean, if you mark it there, yes, because this was the 1 hour, I remember. So on the 50-minute, it's not so much a fake out because this is a 50-minute and this is a 1 hour level. So a fake out for 1 hour level to me would have to be a 1 hour and then another 1 hour. Like, it would have to be a 1 hour closure and candles. So in lower time frames, so higher time frame levels in lower time frames will always look like fake outs. Look like this, and because this is just part of a wick or part of a body, and we don't know until we close a candle. But I understand what you're saying here. Price went down to the zone, still respected it. Yes. Candle started to go upside and closed above the 1 hour resistance. Yes. Now, like I said, but it really don't. Yeah, you notice this? Now the only thing here is the 1 hour. What happened here? Oh, I moved this. What is this? There. The 1 hour. You remember I said the 1 hour still hasn't closed quite above, actually closed like slightly above it. So yeah, that's why I like it, right? So it closed slightly above the level. So that is cool on the 1 hour. Okay, so that goes with this. So that makes sense with this. And it 50-minute respects the wick zone, yes. Breaks the high, expected to be last orders collected. Yes, I agree with that. Yeah, collected to go up to 47 and even 50, exactly. Yeah, yeah, it would make sense. It would make sense. So I have a pending up there. We are half an hour away from the 1 hour to close. Now, if this 1 hour closes and flips, this could be part of the closure of this zone, or you could consider it like a small, not a small, it could be considered a fake out actually, because such a big wicks, right? If this actually flips, so that would be a fake out, sort of. You will rethink 15-minute break if current 15 closes good bearish. If it closes weak bearish, keep an eye. Yeah, I was gonna say if it so look how I typically see. This is what I call the counter candle. I actually do a lot of counter candles. So the way I do them is not in 15, to be honest. I usually do them on 30 minutes, 30-minute candles. So if I had this scenario, but this was 30 minutes, the way I would do it is I would have, instead of this level that I have here, because this is the 1 hour, this would have been the level, right? This would have been the level, and then what I would have done is I would expect this 30-minute to close above with a big wick, but above this level here. And then if it closes above this previous level, then it is a valid counter candle entry for me. And then I would kind of go with it. I would wait for the next candle to open, and then I would go at the break actually. No questions about it. I would just go. Actually, this doesn't look so bad. It's just I typically don't do 15s. But if it closes like above it in 2 minutes, like above here, then it doesn't look so bad. Now this one broke below the previous one on the 15-minute, but this is the closure of the 30, so I have to look. It's tricky because then it is a weak closure on the 30-minute, and a bigger wick would actually. So if you notice, if it closes where I'm saying, the body would close above here, and it would look better for the continuation entry. So it would actually make sense with each time frame, but it's, yeah, if it closes down here, it's not so attractive anymore. That's how I typically do that, but now I have too many lines. So the 30-minute level might be this level here. This is the 1 hour we had drawn before. This is oh, okay. So there's a 1 hour too. Okay, so that's okay. Uh, 30 minutes is about to close. Now 30 minutes about to close above the level. Yeah, it is tricky to trade so many big candles, but if you notice, they are grabbing the liquidity each time. So this one grab, pushed up. This one grab, pushed up. Just lower than the previous one. Now this one just pushed up. So the tricky part about this is that the 1 hour, that is the next one to close, could actually flip and close below this level. So that's the only thing that I have thing with it, because we, you know, something like this, those two, you see, those two are 1 hour structures rejected up, but they tapped here first. So that would make sense, right? That tap to 47 would actually make sense before we even flip. This one here, closure. Oh, so look at this, 30-minute closure right down here, still made this push. Okay, yeah, it makes sense that we base it down. Okay, so we have a closure up. Um, I like it. I don't know. I like it. Still looks good. Doesn't look bad. Doesn't look bad. Now, what is going on here? Let me see. Hmm. Yeah, but it is a wiki area. Oh, this is I don't know. Maybe, yeah. Look at this. Look, this is moving suddenly, like aggressively. Yeah, I think this is not attractive anymore when I look at it from the 30-minute. Even if it happens, it's not my cup of tea. So I'm just gonna stay away. It's not my cup of tea because this looks like this might just kind of like, do some bullshit inside of here before going up. That's fine. I'm not gonna take. Even if it happens, I mean, let's watch it because it really looks good on the 15. If this setup was, so if this setup was a 30-minute setup, I would actually keep it there. I like it up to here. So I'm gonna watch. If I want to watch if it happens only. So that would be the trade idea, if anything. Um, GJ, I have a pending down below here. A small one. I thought it was gonna happen while I was sleeping. Never actually broke below it. This one worked. When I woke up, I saw it, but the candle. But I was gonna take it from the cell phone, and then I said, hey, I have to be disciplined, so I'm not gonna take this thing. Let me just set up everything. But it happened. I saw it with my eyes, and stop loss would have been below this thing here, and it just happened. This is a 2 hour. But I refrained myself from doing that. Just because the only reason why I would have liked this, even though this was such a massive wick, one reason is that with my eyes, this is what I saw. I saw this level here, and I saw a really important level being tapped again. So once you tap again a really important level of liquidity and close quite above it like this, then the zone for the stop loss becomes this one in my head. And you could actually grab it up to here, and it worked out perfectly. So that would have been the kind of like the tap that I would have been expecting this morning. This would have been the only trade, the really good trade that I kind of like felt like taking. But I was in the bathroom and looking at it from the cell phone, and I said, you know what, let me leave it alone. But the idea in my head was this thing, and it actually happened. That's fine. That's good. So let's see which. So with regarding GJ, we are at an important level. So GJ did a lot of the things that I was saying in the Spanish stream yesterday. That happened, which is the push up and broke the weekly structure. So oh, I wanted to show you this. In my head, I said, if we break above this weekly structure, I was coming from the gym thinking about GJ, and I said, wait, if we broke above here, that I remember, most likely, look at this, what I'm about to show you, and I know you're gonna see it right away the moment I present it to you. Look what is going on with the monthly. This is something I was thinking about. Look at this. What do you see? What can you see? All of you. How does that look like? Interesting, right? So the monthly, we are halfway close. We're halfway of the closure. So the same way you wait for the half of the candle time frame, you wait for the wick to be created to make a decision at the last half of the candle. Same way it's happening right now. This is half a month, and we already created a wick. So there's a high probability, really high actually. Like this is interesting. There's a high probability that we actually break this thing. Like even if we close above here on the monthly, 156.127, 156 is the key level to be honest. Yeah, 156 is the key level. But let's say we break above and close above 156, 100, then I'm actually bullish on GJ. I'm already bullish. I mean, we are already bullish. I am. Look, for the daily structure already broken yesterday right here. And I said it yesterday. Oh, it was in Spanish. Well, yeah, I said it yesterday. Like if we break above here, this is a really important level. Actually, I was gonna swing it if we rejected it. If we had a rejection from here, I was gonna swing this down to here and even lower. Yeah, down to there. But it actually broke with a lot of momentum. So what that means is bullish now, bullish all the way. No sells here, just buy. And look at this, daily, the weekly structure about to be. Now we have 1 day left, but if we close above this structure here, even the weekly structure is flipping, and it's flipping hard and fast. So yeah. Yeah, this structure is really aggressively going up. So no sales for me with GJ. I would not push the sell button. This one, yes, because this is a kind of like a small high velocity area, and yeah, I would trust this one even if the RR is not so good, but I would trust it. But that's the small sell. It's not a long term thing. Um, 4 hour, looking left. Yeah, this is a zone. And look at the 4 hour. Look at that 4 hour. Look at that freaking wick. So with that liquidity being grabbed, only less than half of the candle remaining. Question is, where's all of this going to? Like where's that going? Like all of those orders, where are they going? And there's a wick up here and a level up here that I think we might have a momentum to grab at it, like to go for it, and by the end of this 4 hour. I mean, that's what it looks like, right? Because we have a zone down here. Yeah, we grab liquidity from all the way down there, so it would make sense to come up here. So actually, the break above here, I think yeah, I would go for it because there's a level here. Grab liquidity on the 4 hour. This is a tricky area. It is a little bit messy on the, but it's just so bullish, so bullish. Right here. So at the close, at the break of this might be a good thing going on. Yeah, that's the gold buy idea. Yeah, it's like I said. I think the count. You see this? You see this? I think it is good. I think it's looking good. The counter entry. I still removed that, but I would actually. So this is what I think. I will wait for the closure of the 15. Yes, I've gotten slippage many times, like even I think yesterday or 2 days ago. So, but I think that the moment we break above here, there's a chance that this same last 5 minutes is the one that's gonna push up. Just so you know, based on my experience with this type of setups, when this happens on the 30-minute, typically, especially this being the last, I think this is the push up. Gonna take a little bit here. Gonna take a little bit here. Small entry here, because let me make it around. I'm gonna take a small entry there. Yeah, typically that is the last. So typically that is the push up from there. So let's see, because this is typically what I see. That, yeah, yeah, that it pushes up and a little bit fast. So I'm gonna grab, there you go, yeah. Oh, already, what is this? Well, I mean, let's see. The moment we reach up here, I'm gonna grab my profits and move it to break even if we get there. But typically, what I would expect is the last 5 minutes gives a push up to here, based on the setup. This setup is what I call a counter candle, and it usually works with the 30-minute setup. And yeah, let's see. I'm in profits, small profit, right? Like at the entry. And then what I'm gonna do is there might be a big, yeah, there might be a draw, a little bit of a drawdown with the next 5 minute candle. Oh no, this is the 15-minute closure. Okay, so this might be the last 5 minute that pushes up, or the last 5 minute that pushes down to close the 5 minute looking down, and then the closure on the 15 minute for the continuation. So either way, it's not looking so bad unless we flip the 15. If we flip the 15, then I'm out, and that's okay. That was a nice try for them. This is a good setup, so I'm just taking it because looks a lot like a setup that I usually take with the 30 minute. So I'm gonna go for it. Half a percent. I mean half an entry. You know, not a big risk, just to make sure I don't mess up. But it's a high probability one, so I'm taking it. Obviously, if not, I wouldn't go for it. Yeah, you can wait for the closure. It is just 3 minutes away. Yeah, it is 3 minutes away. Doesn't look bad. Look at this. This is 5 minutes that I'm saying. Now, I would actually expect this that it is doing right now. And a tap like around here. And then maybe the flip at the last 2 minutes. If this is the one that is gonna flip, like right here where it is tapping from here down to here, should be the last tap before it flips, and it should be good enough. Should be good enough. Because this, you know, yeah, it could be creating the 15-minute wick for the next candle to move. Is what is. It would be the best setup, right, for anybody that is not in the trade. It's either way, it's either the wick for the continuation, which is a solid setup, like you said, or it's either the last week for the last push up. It's just that typically, well, I mean, this is 15. Maybe that is why. But when I see it with the 30-minute, usually when it is such a volatile area, I see a last push like within the last 2 minutes. Oh, it's actually doing it, but the other way, I guess. Okay. Okay. Gonna wait for it. I mean, gonna hold it. It's just typically I see a big volatile move going up, just because when I look left, look at this. Look at this. Just because of this, I would expect that the last minute of that might push up really fast. Oh, there you go. Okay, it's pushing. I would expect that. Yeah, that's kind of like aggressive push. Yeah, it has been dancing around my entry quite a lot. That's 41 seconds. And I have my trigger here. 10 pips. Okay, I'm gonna. Come on. 8 pips now. I'm gonna secure here. Yeah. and stop loss to break even. If it takes me out, takes me out. It's okay, only 10 pips. But I would actually, that's what I was expecting. I think, you know, the last push up here. Now you see here, now we don't have enough space. Now this is a break even. It only took 10 pips. I mean, it's okay. It's like we were saying this morning. I mean, any win is a good win. As long as you're not just losing every time. So that's okay. So this one, now, so now if you're gonna get this entry, so I might actually get this entry, if anything, is if yeah, you would want, see this is the last 15 minutes, so this is gonna go up. So you might want to, yeah, this is just gonna shoot up, but it's from here to here. So that's why the entry down here was a little bit better. Yeah, I closed like here to, it was like 10 pips, yeah, right here. And just 10, 20 pips more, and that's gonna be it. Yeah, the setup I liked. The setup is just typically I don't do 15s, but there you go, that's it. Uh, takes me out, takes me out. Okay, so I have one trade, and I'm gonna have just maybe one more trade. I'm taking notes here, keeping track. Personally, let me see. Today is Thursday. Have one trade. Quick 10 pips. A little bit tricky, but it was achievable. Hey, good morning, Driven. Yeah, it was a good idea. I liked it. It was actually, I mean, it worked out short-lived. Oh, it took me out. Okay, took me out. Yeah, it was short-lived for me, but I still made profit. So it actually, your idea is actually a setup that I have, not in the 15. If I have to be honest, it is typically in the 30-minute candle. Like when I see that 30-minute play like this, I typically take the break. I typically take the break. But if you want, like, if anything, if I was gonna take this, gonna be honest, let me see. You see this? From here should be a good entry to complete this, because there's a really high probability this will tap here, so high, like this thing that it just did right here. Typically, hey, good morning, Rafael. Typically, that would be, it just 1 hour. You look at this, look at that 1 hour, look at that 1 hour. It just wants to go there. It just wants to go there. I mean, I grabbed my thing. I'm not gonna force anymore. But it's yeah, there's such a high probability. This right here was just the last, you know, orders just push up here. So like if I would have missed maybe this, maybe I would have been taking the entry as we tapped into this area right here, and then from here to here, maybe. Let me see if this was gonna work out, because we already had, I mean, already had mine, but then this from here, from this tap here up to here, stop loss below this area here, because it should not break below this right here if it's really gonna go up. Let me see if that was gonna work. I don't like this setup. I don't like this setup, this particular setup like this. I like it when it is 30 minutes, but I want to see if it was gonna work out. Still, we have one win. I mean, I have one win today. So trades of the day. Let's say we have a gold buy, and it was a win. That was quick, 10 pips. It's okay. We'll have Let's see if that was gonna work out, just to see. Oh, GBP news in 10 minutes. Yeah, you know what? Should I? Oh, that was not gonna work for sure. Forex factory. Let's see. Yeah, I forgot to do this. I mean, I checked yesterday, not today. Yes, you're right. In 10 minutes. Oh, so that. Oh, wow. And the official bank rate. So that. Oh, that will. That should move this for sure, eh? It should move this. Huh. What did I just do? Oh, yeah, I closed that thing. It should move it. Let me see if the idea would have, yeah. So the only weird thing about the whole thing is this isn't the 15. I don't do this 15s. I do 30s. Don't. If by the way, I'm not recommending to take this, especially because this is the 15. But not only that, it was not gonna work that idea. So I grabbed my 15 pips, and that was literally at the top of this, right? Look at that. I mean, oh, we're 8 minutes away, so actually we don't know because gold could just shoot up the last minutes, as you all noticed it did with this. So it could literally tap the area again and still go up. So now I'm interested to see what GJ is gonna do with the news. Oh, look at that. So this is the flip I was mentioning. Remember, if and only if it closes below here, then yeah, it's not no buy entries. But it is weird if this thing here, after this here, it really looks weird if it doesn't push up all the way up in the next like 7 minutes and tops there. It wouldn't make sense. I mean, it did it many times, so it would actually, look at that, 7 minutes away, and we are right back at it. Yeah, no setup right now, no setup. GJ. So yeah, I've been slipped. I think yesterday I was slipped. Oh, yesterday. Oh, by the way, the news yesterday. Yes, I was slipped yesterday on a sell entry after the news, and I was slipped so bad that it actually slipped me to almost the TP. So I had to break even it. I had to get out at break even, and yeah, 7 minutes away from the news, and the break above that I wanted is about to happen 7 minutes away from the news. The freaking news, I'm not gonna trade the news. I'm not gonna trade before the news. I'm sick of news. Yeah, like I've tried like 2 news events. Both of them messed me up. Like, I will not trade the news. Definitely. But that was you see this break above about to be at 8 a.m. That would have been the trade as we break above here. Without, if there wouldn't been no news, I would have been here. Yeah, Leonardo, yeah, no news for me. No news for me. I'm not interested in news. Oh, look at that. Look at that rejection right there. Look at that thing. Look at this. This is, I'm not gonna lie, this is a nice counter trend right there that I'm not gonna take if it closes like that. But I'm not gonna take this. I'm not gonna press sell. Like if it doesn't present a buy entry, I'm not gonna trade today the gold thing, because the gold. So this is one of my rules, right? Particularly, I try not to counter trend unless there's a really strong confirmation for counter trend. So my point is, if we're coming up and we just broke above here, which we did, by the way, I think this is 30. Yeah, it is 30.5, I guess. 30. It is 30. Yeah, that's a round number. Let's say here, most likely the weekly is that thing. Yes, that's it. So if we don't get here and present like a support today, I'm not selling this. I'm not selling it. This is, I don't know if it makes sense here, but look at this. This is here and here. Right here, the moment we broke above here, we confirmed a bullish upward momentum with the structure of gold in the 4 hour. Okay, so this being the 4 hour setup here, you see this is support, this is resistance, this is support, this is resistance being broken, which was a previous resistance. Means that here we just tapped into a resistance area, which means that most likely we are doing something like this, right? And we don't know if he wants to go here and bounce from here, or go here, down, bounce from here, or even go down here and bounce from here, because any of these levels is valid for the continuation, right? Any of this, like either 1930, 1925, 1915 is a valid. Like all of those three levels are valid levels. Now, I don't know where it's gonna bounce from. All I have to do is wait for that bounce, right? So I will not press sell today. Would go. I will not press sell. My only button working right now at my MetaTrader is the buy button. Is okay. So all of this gibberish just to say today I'm not interested in anything that doesn't look like a buy. I don't know if that makes sense. Yeah, this could be the pullback before New York Open. Yes, yeah, because it's, yeah, we I always say the New York people have priority because the New York session is the most important session in Forex. So whatever they missed, they need to get their pricing in. And yesterday, by the way, this was New York. So the only people that actually got in here was New York people. Funny thing is, I drew yesterday this level in Spanish, and I said that a tap here may be a good buy limit setup, and I removed the setup. I removed the entry at 1898, and look at this. I removed the buy limit because I said, because of the interest rates and everything, I would prefer not to be a news event for my buy limit. If this would not be like, if this wasn't a news event, I would have left my buy limit here. There was just one reason for that. I had it for like 2 days, the buy limit, just so you know. Even when we were up here, I remember I already placed it here. Now, because this was a news event, I removed it because I'm not gonna get caught with any more news. But if it was not because of the news event, I would have been leaving it there just for one reason. Look at the daily, and if you notice, the biggest level that it actually struggled with for many days was this down here, 1886, but before that, but with that, we had a level from here, which is a daily level, by the way. It's not only a 4 hour buy. This is a daily level, and it is a small, so that's why I leave it with the green mark, with the green zone. It is strong, but it is not so strong as this one. So I figured I could swing this from here with a stop loss right below here, a swing trade. Had to remove it because of the news only, and it would have played out perfectly anyway. So anyway, why? Because from here to here, so this is how I had it. I had it right at the level, and the stop loss was kept right down below here, and that would have been the whole idea up to here, if anything. But now what I typically do is that I try to take profits. I take half of the entry right at the next whatever level I find, or if it is 1-to-1. To be honest, I would have been taking here. This was the 50% take profit. This would have been the TP here, and this would have been moving to stop to break even, and this would have been a runner for the rest of the 50%. That would have been the setup. So just so you know, this was a good setup. It's just news event made me not execute on it. If it is not because of the news event, setup was there, and it just played out, by the way. Also, this was the weekly zone, so I was expecting that for you to break 2 weekly zones, you would have to really have a lot of momentum, and it was fading a little bit, the momentum around here, 4 hour here. You see here? So this is how I measure momentum visually. You see the trend, you see the angle, and then when you see that it starts to arc a little bit, that's losing steam. So you're gonna see like a straight shoot, and then it starts to arc. You see? So you are losing steam. You're losing momentum. So yeah, many things came into play for that idea, even though wasn't executed. But anyways, so no buys, no sells, just buys for me. Gold, look at this. Oh, I just made money. Oh shit. Oh, I forgot to remove this thing. Oh, I forgot to remove this thing. What the heck? Oh, shit. Oh, the news. Oh, another news event. Oh, I forgot to remove the thing. Oh shit. Yeah, but I don't like the idea. I don't like the idea. I don't like it. Man, I messed up there. I do not like the idea of. Oh, wow. Let me see.
I don't need.
What is going on? I don't see. Oh, I see a loss. Why do I see a loss? I thought. Oh no, this was. Oh, this was the win that I just had with gold. This this is the loss. Oh, I had a lot, but it doesn't. What is going on? Oh, this slipped me. Oh, look at this. You see, I do not trade. You know what happened here? It slipped me and it made me lose. I actually lost this. Look at this. It actually, it was straight down. This is a, what is this? Man, look, it doesn't, yeah, I lost. Look at the idea, perfect idea, freaking news event. This is a loss. I guess I'm gonna have to complain to this, yeah, I will have to complain. You know why? Even the 1 minute chart shows that I won. So somebody asked me if I have ever been slipped. Yeah, there's your answer. I just got slipped, but not a slip like in any way. I got slipped like bad. Like I got slipped up to like from behind and all the way up. Like, so just so you know, look at this. Look at this thing. Look at this thing. You see this from here to here? Look at this. From here to here, perfect. It was perfect zone. It was a perfect zone. If you notice, this candle was the one that activated and got TP. Now, you know what happened? The chart the MetaTrader doesn't even show the execution. It only shows that I lost money. And to be honest, I don't know even why. I lost way more money than whatever I was risking. Like all of it was wrong. I'm gonna have to send an email. I don't really know what the fuck. So the only thing that I can say is that News did it again. So in my head I just have Britney Spears' face, and the market singing to me. Yeah, I do not trade news. I do not trade news. This is not me trade. I don't know why. Even some, I think it was Sanjan told me there's a news. I said no, I'm not gonna trade the news. Blah blah blah. It's just that that's the problem with pending orders. Sometimes you forget that they are there. Look at this fall. Yeah, I forgot that I had the freaking thing right there. I forgot about it. Like I totally forgot that I had that thing right there. It's not showing. Oh, it is showing. Oh, it finally acted. Oh, guess. Okay, so it shows. So I don't get it. So okay, so now I don't get it. So now it finally. I was refreshing. So now it shows up, and I don't get it. I really do not get it. Let me see what was going on. Oh, I get it now. Yeah. Okay, I see what happened. Wow. You know what happened? Yeah. This is cool. Okay, I mean, it is cool because you can see how you get screwed with slippage. Look at what happened. You see this? That's it, like I can show you the levels and everything. That's exactly where I had it. But the execution, yeah, the execution and TP was here at AD, yeah, and the stop loss was right here. The price was here. Price 156.03. 156.03. 603. What? 03. Oh wow. Okay, so this thing, you know what it did? It actually activated. So you see this entry here? So look at this thing. Yeah, it is spread. Yeah, it was everything. So hey, Youssef, look at this. So you see this? It actually triggered the entry. You see that I'm saying that I actually lost way more than I was risking. It triggered the entry like around here, and it still took me out like up here. So whatever I was risking, this is I'm not gonna. Okay, I'm just gonna keep it cool. You know. Okay. So you know what? I don't even feel bad about it. You know why? Because I deserve for not paying attention to remove the freaking pending order on a news event. And I said it. It's just I forgot I had a pending there. Totally, because I was looking at gold. I totally forgot about the pending on GJ. And even mentioned it. Anyways, that's cool. It's just a little bit of action here in the market. Slapping the ass. That's fine. The idea was right, by the way, guys. It's just you don't trade news. No trading news ever in my life, like not even my mistake. So now, not even by mistake, I have to trade news. Now I have to call a freaking extra trade here that I didn't even want to take. There you go. Not even, yeah. No news. And so the reason why I don't feel so bad, to be honest, I'm just being a little bit dramatic. But you know what? I don't feel so bad because I intentionally did not trade the news personally. It was just a mistake. So anyways, that was a human mistake. Okay, I don't feel bad. The idea was right, you know. So I would call it a win based on because I'm measuring if the ideas are okay. So that little area there was right. This is just a big fall. So now what to expect from GJ with this news event is most likely, what is this? What is going on here? 90. Oh, now it looks better. Oh, there you go. So what I would expect here, yeah, so let me see. uh, that is why I never trade news, never reflect on my MetaTrader. That's why I definitely didn't. Slippages, missed, missed trades, missed SL, everything. Bad experience with me, exactly. Got slipped on entry and your stop loss happens when moves faster than light. Yes. So this drop here, I think it's gonna get to here. There's a high probability it's gonna drop to 155 point, yeah, all the way down there. You know, at least here. So here you have an area. What is this? 4 hour. So at least you have an area there. So the next stop is here. Oh, sorry. Next stop is here. Oh wow. 155.43. Man, I don't really understand. How is it that I forgot about it? Like I didn't even forget about it. Like I showed it. It's just I forgot to remove it. 155.40 some area. And even here, like we had it was a massive push. Look at that. Look at that 4 hour structure. Look at that. Boom, boom, and boom. Like all of that, all the way up there. And this became a strong area. And wow. And to be honest, it was because they actually, but you see, it's kind of like the same with gold, right? Look at this. It was, you know, I guess this was priced in. This was priced in. Yeah, this was priced in. Yeah, shit happens. Like you said, not your fault. Was technical. It's okay. So listen, I feel good about the idea working. You know, I feel good about the idea working. It cost me a lot of money, but the idea worked. So you know, those high velocity areas are still valid, like all the way through. And like I always say, the only time they don't work is with news. Only time they don't work is with news. So ever never. So that is the only tricky thing, right? You have to really be careful with the news. So this became a valid, strong 4 hour structure level. Next 4 hour structure level down here, there's a high probability this becomes the tap or the rejection. Now we have a lot of steam and momentum, so I don't know if this is gonna hold, but this is a level. You can see the structure was rejected twice, and when there was a lot of momentum falling, it actually tapped into here to the red zone. So we could actually tap here close above. Now, if I see this happening here, we are 4 hours, so we're about to go to the 9 a.m. So if I see this here, a tap here, closure above here, I will buy GJ again. Just so you know. I will buy GJ again. Like if I see this coming down to here, tapping here, closing the 4 hour up here. Wait. Because this would be a bearish 4 hour. I don't like it like that. Yeah, I don't like it like that. So yeah, that would be tricky. So after that closure on the 4 hour, I would actually have to see formation. At least on the 30-minute before I even think about anything. Yeah. So anyways, two good ideas, two good trading ideas. And this idea worked like a charm too. But that one I did not execute on anyways. So far this was an interesting day for me. This was an interesting day. The Because now the thing is we are forming a support down here. Oh, you remember what I marked here? So if we form the support here on the 4 hour, this would be the part where you flip the candle. So we are 45 minutes away, and if we flip this candle, then there's a high probability that for New York we drop into here. And yes, then most likely I'm not gonna trade this until I see a support form. So I guess that will be a no trade day for me. But now if we close above here again after that, then this one could be the one. Oh, this is the one. Oh wow, this is the one that is. I think this thing, oh wow, look at all of that momentum grab here. This thing, at the moment we break above here, I think is the one that is gonna push up there. What is this, 5 minute, 15 minute? And this is 15 minutes away. You know what? Oh wow, wow. There's a lot of volatility right now, a lot of it. So this is tricky. You know what? I would say that if this 5 minute closure happens above here again, there's a high probability that yeah, it is acting like a really nice support. And down here, so there's a high probability that the next 5 minute comes here, taps into here, and then the structure pushes price up. I would actually feel better. Oh wow, we're so far away from the 15. So I would wait for the 15-minute closure here. And if it closes above this area, like if this one taps again and flips again, then there's no question about this thing going up. But this is a tricky area. To be honest, this is moving way too much, way too fast inside of here. So you know what? If you want to trade safe, so this is what I would say. If you want to trade this safely, wait for this to confirm as a support on a higher time frame. If you want to trade safely, just wait for this thing to confirm this as support. Let me see. Yeah, grab liquidity, enough liquidity, 42 minutes away. Should be how it would look like is this 15-minute candle would actually have to close bullish. The next 15-minute candle would have to grab liquidity again, and as it breaks the higher, it would make sense for this to continue to go up here. But like I said, there's no, like, it's all looking bearish, right? So this is not a good setup for me. It's not a good setup for me. Like I did the trick here on the counter candle, it worked a little bit, and oh, you shared something. Okay, let me see. Yeah, same level. Yeah, it is acting as a good support. Oh, this stopped here, it's rejecting. Okay. Now, if you notice, this, the one that worked here, even if I would have won it, I still didn't want it to work. Like my point is, you notice that I thought at first that I won it, and I was still not like I was still not happy about it, because the idea was okay. I'm happy about the idea working, but not because I forgot to remove it. Because now one of my new rules, it's an old rule. It's just that I tried a little bit and it didn't work, so I decided just to bring it back. That rule is an old rule. That's one of my first rules, which is do not trade news. So that rule is back into play. So because I have what I call bad wins and good wins. To me, a bad win is one that you won, but you did not follow your rule. That is dangerous, like one of the most dangerous things you can do, because then you start to recording to your subconscious that it is okay to break the rules. So I don't like to break rules that I already have on my own, because it's just, I don't want my subconscious mind to think that is okay. So even if this would have won, and this, like, even if the broker didn't make me lose this, or whatever, the market, whatever you want to call it, still that's not a good win, because this was news. Now, without news, this is a really good idea. I don't know if that makes sense. So rules are really sacred, should be. You can bend them a little bit if, as with time, you feel that you have the context makes sense. And some days when you feel like you really are bored and whatever, you have enough profits, you can play with a little bit of the profit if you're really bored. But still, I'm not that guy that enjoys that much. So still, Son still acting as a good support. It would be interesting sales at 820. Call push up. Oh, look, this is the 4 hour flip. Yeah, there you go. You see what I said about the zone where we flip? So that is the thing. That is the dangerous thing about this. We are 30 minutes away. So there's a high probability that we close below the zone, which is why I marked it with 2 lines. And that would prompt sales. That would prompt sales. What that means is I will not be trading this for a while, like 9:30ish, whatever, because then I would actually wait for this tap down here. Yeah, I would definitely not like I would wait for this to happen. If it closes like looking that like that, and then I would actually wait for this visit down here, this zone here. I don't know why it said that this was 30, 1930-ish, whatever, between 32 and 30. And I would actually wait for another visit either from here, if it breaks below here, down to here, and then this would be another level, the 25 level, actually a good level. And yeah, so I would not be trading this thing for sure on sales. I would just leave it alone. Okay, below the liquidity, it makes sense on that one. Yeah, good. So you grab the break below the whole thing. Yeah, it makes sense. It makes sense. Makes sense to sell from here down to, oh, right there, right down to here, and then leave a runner there. It's just that this is not a bad sell, by the way, for 2 reasons. Number one, this is the wick of the 4 hour. Number two, this is the level on the 4 hour. And number three, because this right here tapped so many times that the moment we broke below with the 820, it would make sense that it was gonna push down. It's just I'm not gonna counter trend today. I counter trend sometimes. Was not gonna counter trend today, but that was a good sell right here at the break of this. But I guess I'm still processing the other thing, I guess. So, anyways, you all be trading you loss if you are happy with 10 pips. Yes, you have to trade with big lots when you are happy with 10 pips. I am a swing trader at first, so I really struggle with using bigger lots. Versus when I was swing trading. But yes. So the idea with this style of scalping for 10 pips is that you get the trades that have the highest probability of moving at least 10 to 15 pips in your favor. And the whole idea with that is that as you get those 10 to 15 pips, you move to break even. So the risk becomes nothing, becomes zero. But for the first 10 to 15 pips, you are risking a lot. Yes. Now, the whole idea is when the setups that we get are supposed to be a high probability setups that will give you at least those 10 to 15 pips. So you should be winning. Like if you lose, you should also be losing way less than what you actually figured. But so the stop loss would be kind of like the top or the most that you're willing to lose. But typically we move stop loss to break even really fast, or we manage risk, which means because we are always measuring the 50-minute candle. So when I enter, the only time I really look at the 50-minute candles is when I enter a setup. Like if I enter this setup, let me show you this. So if I enter this setup, this is a break setup, a breakout. By the way, it's a really nice one. So the nice one, right? So let's say you get this one. This one, honestly, I wasn't paying attention because I shut down my brain for sales today. But it is a good one, right? Why? Because we hit top 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? Now I mentioned many times, this is the part where you flip the candle. So if this flips the last minutes and then with 820, which is the Comex, right? So you're gonna have a lot of volume. So the combination on all of that means that the moment we break below this candle after this last week, there's a high probability you're gonna move at least down to this bottom here, which would have been right here. So this is 29 pips. So even if you started with this right here, you see this is 0.65. I know it is not good RR, but for scalpers, this is heaven, right? Because this is so high probability that from here, once you break there, you're gonna get here, that it makes sense, right? Now, the moment you get here, you take profits. Here you take either 80% or 90%. I mean, that's how I do it. So I take 90% typically, and I move right away to break even. So yes, it is big lots. Let's say you risk here 2%, which is, within 2 and 1% what we risk. I typically risk 1, and if it is a high probability one, I risk 2, let's say, right? So if I risk 2% here, 2% here risk right here means that when you win this 90%, it becomes 1% win. I don't know if that makes sense. So that's a 1% win, and you move this to break even. So you got like 1% right here with the probabilities of, with a lot of momentum, if this doesn't take you out, which happens most of the time, break even is gonna happen. But there are sometimes that it doesn't happen. It just moves and moves and moves. What happens and what I do is that the moment I secure my 10 pips, I try to find where is the most likely level on a higher time frame that we might reach if it's gonna keep moving, and this level would be this one. So that 10% running would give you an extra from the moment that you secure. Let's say, let's do this. Boom, 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 and where is the stop loss? There. Okay, there you go. So the moment you secured here and the moment you got into here, that's almost 2R. So, it's going to give you like a little bit of a small chunk of money right there. That is also an extra. It's like a bonus, right? So that's it. That's scalping. You just want to do many high probability entries. And yes, it has to be with a lot of lots. Yes, for it to make sense. If not, you're going to get screwed. Now, when I swing trade, because I am also a swing trader, all right? So I can tell you from experience, when I swing trade, I risk so little, and I get so much. There was a really, really good trade I remember. I shared on Instagram, but it was on the previous month. I think it was one of those reversals. Because I do reversals too. It's just you really have to know how to do them. But once you know how to do them, they pay out really well. It was a reversal or it was just a level. I do remember that I entered 0.5% entry. It was around one of those tops. And I got out of it. It wasn't a reversal. It was, I think, a continuation. And 0.5% netted me 5%. So that is the counter. That is the cool thing about swing trading. Like I risked 1% and I netted 5%. How? Because the entry was literally at the top of a level that I was just, yeah, it was a reversal. It was a rejection because that's the only way, the only times I actually get those are. And it was such a good level. I really don't remember, but I have it on Instagram. One of those stories from like a month ago, and I remember grabbing the top with a smaller time frame confirmation. And let's see, it was something like this. Like, let's say that I had a smaller time frame confirmation. Let's say that I enter here, I was expecting a flip. But it was even better than this. I do remember it was like 10 pips. Yeah, or something like that. Yeah, 10 pips, exactly. And it was like 20 R or 15 Rs. It was something like that. I do remember it was it was over 10 for sure. It was over 10. Yes, it was like 11 R, something like that. And I grabbed something like this. So I risked like 0.5 here and I left the thing run. And when, you know, when I came back to the charts, it was 5%. I would risk like 0.5. So that's the cool thing about swinging, or not necessarily swinging. That day was not a swing trade. That was just specific zone entry, actually. That was not even a swing trade, to be honest. So yeah, you have many styles. You have to adapt to what is it that you're looking for. Oh, look at this. So if you would have entered here, let's see if this was gonna work. Remember the setup for the sales here? So you see the setup here for the sales. We would have moved to break even here. Let's see if this thing was not gonna come back to entry, if it was gonna continue, just for the sake of it. So this is the part where you move to break even. Let me put it here. Okay, let me maybe a text here or call out. So here you partially take profits and move stop loss to BE. Now, like 80-90% of the time it takes you out. Oh, like this. You see there? That would have been about to take you out. 90%, 80% of the time, you're gonna be taken out. You're gonna be taken there, right there. You're out. That's part of it. That's part of the strategy. Like you will be taken out 90-80% of the time. Now, when it doesn't take you out, that's when magic happens, right? But you should be fine, because this is the thing. So you see here. So today I got just like it was literally 10 pips here, right up here, and let's say that I would have gotten this one. Remember, this was a negative RR too. This one. See, this is 0.87. This is just 13 pips on GJ. This and this, both high probability entries, for example, or this one too. That's it. You're done for the day. Now you secure the bag. So what's the most important thing about all of this? You won. And whenever you enter, you had a really high probability that you were gonna win, right? Yeah, that retest right there. Yeah, that is good. Now, the closure in the next 10 minutes will be really important. You see this line that I have drawn here? If this 4-hour closes above this line here, that would be really good for the continuation for this level today. That would be really good, but it would have to close above it. And honestly, gold typically doesn't give it to you so easily. So I don't know, but it has a lot of volatility, so that's interesting too, right? That's quite interesting. But yeah, you're meant to use a big lots when you're scalping, especially JAMA, especially if you're gonna use 10 pips. I have a friend that struggles a lot with this style, because she is a swing trader, and she actually it's really harsh against people using the scalping technique with 10 pips. But the problem is that, you cannot be so close-minded. And I kind of try to explain to her, but sometimes people just get fixated into their way of doing things. You have so many ways to make money in the market. And the only thing that you really want out of absolutely any strategy, style, or whatever you're gonna use is that the outcome in a series of trades is positive. So that's the only thing that matters. When you take a series of 100 trades, so if this one closes above this level, that will be me buying again, right? If we close out, so this is good. This is good. So let me remove all of this because right now this is important. So if with this 30-minute closes above here, that would be the closure of the 4-hour being bullish, and that would prompt me to think that this is a 4-hour liquidity graph right there, right here. So this right here, this right here, so this one now becomes this thing here. You see here the closure of the body. Then yes. So I like it. I like it a lot. I like it. Okay, let's see if this is gonna close above. So what you want to do is the outcome. So the outcome has to be that in a series of 100 trades, you should be positive. It really doesn't matter if it was swing trading it, if it was only 10 pips at a time, if it was scalping, if it was zone trading, if it was whatever style, whatever strategy, whatever thing that you use. You just want to make sure that out of 100, out of 1,000, you are positive. So that's the only thing that matters. And then after that, the efficiency. Careful as price is coming to this weak zone from which it broke from 43.40. Yes. Yes. So what I would do is 30-minute is right there, 1 hour is right there. So we can actually move this right above here, which is the 30-minute, but also it's kind of like the 1 hour. Yeah, it is the 1 hour. So safer buys would be support formed here, up here, and especially anything that breaks above here again. How do you prevent your losses being bigger than your wins? If you take 90% at 10 pips, but the stop loss might be 20 pips. You prevent your loss. Oh, okay. So yeah, number one, I don't do only 10 pips, just so you know, by the way. 10 pips is just a reference for GJ. On gold, I really try to push it to 15, 20, and honestly, more than that. What I try to do always is I try to go to the next zone. So whenever I enter a trade, I try to make it in a way that it actually makes more, like, so this one was a little bit tricky, but when you have a clean one like this one right here, so you look at this one right here. When I enter something like this, oh, that was a 15-minute. Well, I mean, if this would have been a 30-minute closure like this, at the moment I broke above here, I would have been placing the stop loss around, either from here or here. It really depended on the wick. On this time, I would have been placing it down below here. So look at this setup here. So on this setup, so it's not always you're gonna have the setup so ugly, right? So this one, I would have pushed it up to here, and that's a 1.6 and 31 pips. Now, what I would have been doing is, if I had this marked, I would have been closing maybe around here, which is 1.26. So there you go. Now, the trick for that, and that one I learned from Raja, 100%. I didn't know how to scalp at all, so that's just so you know. is to manage risk. So you monitor your trade with the 15-minute candle, and that is the magic. That is where the magic happens. So what you do is, what I do, I enter the trade on the based on the 30-minute, then I go down to the 15-minute just to manage the trade. So let's say that I enter here on the 30-minute. So look at this one. Let's say that I enter here on this one, and stop loss was here. This is a good one actually. This is a good one. Oh, this was London. That's why I missed it. Because honestly, had I seen this, I would have been taking it for sure, 100%. You see this? This is the most easy. You can actually screenshot this. This is how easy this one is. You see this setup here, right here? This setup here, whenever you see this, look, you can screenshot this. This setup will give you money 80% of the time. You can screenshot this one. You come bullish, so you have a bullish push, you have a break of a previous level, you have a support being formed, you go with the support and you aim for the top of the structure. This wins a lot of times. Okay, so this is a good setup. Okay, so how do you prevent this from becoming a bigger loss? You go to the 15-minute chart and you monitor the 15-minute once you enter. Now, the moment you start to see that the 15-minute, any 15-minute closes bearish, even if it closes up. So if you don't break the previous high of the 15-minute and it closes bearish, I close 50% of the entry, even if I'm in profit. Does that make sense? So now this becomes less risk, because I do not want a 15-minute closing if it didn't break above. Now, if it broke above the previous high, then actually I still I don't want to see any 15-minute closing bearish, just so you know. But if it closes the previous high, then you have better probability. So you can actually leave it alone. So what I do, if it broke the previous 15-minute high, but it still broke with bearish around here, then you move the stop loss either to break even, or you close 50% of it if you close the full position if the next 15-minute candle closes below the 15-minute low. And then you're pretty much out and with a little bit of profit, but you're out of the idea because you want this. So you see this right here, this is all you want. You want that once it starts to pump up to the next level, that it only breaks higher highs and higher lows within the 15-minute candle. So that's how you manage it. With the 15-minute is the trick. The trick is you start to see, okay, 15-minute close bullish, okay, I leave it open. 15-minute broke the previous high, respected the previous lower high. I keep it open. So I keep it open all the time until we get there. So that's how you manage it. That's how you make it losing less. That's how you lose less. So really, you are risking this, but this is the worst. So this is the only thing I can say about scalping is when you place a stop loss here, you should 90% of the time you should not TP. You should not activate the full stop loss if you're managing correctly. If the idea was correct, you should 80-90% of the time you should not lose the whole thing that you risk. If you know how to manage risk. So that's all I can say. So really, this is kind of like the most that you're willing to lose, but it's really not what you should be losing if you're managing risk. If you do it monitoring the 15-minute. I don't know if that made sense or not. DJ. Oh, look at that. Remember what I said? That most likely it was not going to give it to you so easy. There you go. That's what I think. I don't think Gold is going to give you or give me that closure so easy. I don't, it would be too good to be true, if it closes above here. So most likely it's going to close like that. It's going to, there's a high probability this just closes bearish. Next candle, You know, this is a bearish 4-hour candle, so you might expect that if it's gonna grab better entries for what is this? Yeah, New York got good entries anyways, you know. So that would be honestly after that, like if we close whatever inside of here, sure, no problem, Zach. I guess I'm just gonna wait for a good support because now the issue is now you see now we just broke. So this price drive up, right? This drove up the whole thing, right? But if you notice the pattern here, you're gonna notice something specific, which is 4-hour. The moment it closed here, it was officially the break above the structure, right? So that's key number one for a potential buy setup, right? Number two, 1 hour. 1 hour was bullish, and it is bullish still to this moment. Okay, so 1 hour was bullish. So any buy opportunity that was presented was a good, really, like, I think that the best entry ever for between like Asia and now so far has been this one. This was so easy that I don't know, whoever was in London, just that was free money right there, right? Okay, so the other thing that you're gonna notice is that even the 30-minute was bullish all the time. See, 30, 30, 30. This officially breaks the 30-minute structure. So when the higher time frame it will flip, it will let you know with the lower time frame. So you know that is the only tricky part. So what that means is that now, yes, of course, we can go with the 1 hour structure. So I would actually trust still the 1 hour structure. If we form a support from here, then to go and buy all the way up to here, based on what we said at the beginning of the session, right here. Yeah, all the way up here. You see, we didn't even tap there, so we still have kind of like a pending visit up here and even up there. But let's say that the most pending visit that I'm expecting today is 1947. If we're gonna reject from here, so that would make sense. That would make sense. But yeah, that's the only thing. You know, the 30-minute is now not looking so attractive like it did before. You know, it was all the time bullish, all the time bullish. Even here was all the time bullish. What is this? Oh, 5 to 30, of course. Yeah. Um, yeah, this is a strong level. Rejected here. Support on the 15. Too bad we are about to close the 4 hours, so I'm not interested in taking. Now I'm gonna just wait for the 4 hour. And this is the 15 structure. But if this would have been a 30-minute structure, and this was not the 4 hour closure, yeah, that would look really nice to fill that wick. Really nice. But I guess, yeah, no setup for me. To be honest, now I just sit on my hand. Anyways, we do not have anything else for the news today. This was already priced in, and anyway, yeah, there's no more news there. Higher time frame outlook still okay. It still looks okay. So the I don't know, this thing, now that I see, now that I look at it, like from this angle, because this area had major wicks in the within the 4 hour chart, right? And it tapped here, and when it tapped here, reject like all the way down to here, and even broke below here and closed it. So we have a lot of bullish momentum still. What is this? This was yeah, it was a whole day, 2 days. Yeah, because this was the correction, but it first tapped here. So that's what I'm wondering, like if it really wants to tap 1950 before it starts a correction, is what I'm wondering. Maybe keep the momentum push, because look at this, 9 minutes away and now it's looking bullish again. Any closure above here is good news for the bulls. And it's a potential visit up to even 50. Even 50, kind of like the last frontier. So, yeah, that would be interesting. That would be good. You see. $30 is looking like this. So the moment that this 1 hour candle after this visit breaks above again this wick, probabilities for this whatever breaks above here to get to here are so high that I don't even know if I should just place a sales buy stop. That's how high I see this probabilities of this. Just because, so when I look at the chart, I look, okay, so did we tap any key level? That's always a question, right? Did we tap it? Yes, we did. This was a structured rejection in the 1 hour. That's important, right? Now, it's not gonna be a pending, just because I would prefer to see a structure already forming. And there should not be so much volatility anymore, like to do such a sudden move. I would not expect it anymore. News have been kind of like absorbed already. If you notice, New York got their orders in. This is Asia, they got their push in. This is London, they got their push in. So I guess that if they want a better, like everybody got their, look at this. This is every session got their orders. It's just each one got less and less. So there's high probability people from here, London with New York, maybe get a better entry or want a better entry. That would make sense. But if anything, since they already got their orders in, maybe they TP here, you know, take profits, right price down next day. And today is just barely Thursday, then Friday. You know what? The weekly, how it would look like the weekly. The weekly would look like bearish, would make sense. And let me remove all of this. And it would oh, there you go. So we are nearby a level of a closure of bodies here, but also we have a stronger level here. Why this is stronger? Because this one has a confluence of closure of bodies, wicks and wicks. So this is a stronger level here. That is 1955, and we just tapped into a level here on the weekly too, right? We just tapped here. I think the level was actually this one. This is just a wake of the news. So it was kind of like around here, yeah, 18 and 98, yep, yeah. So what that means is that the correction could be done. Now, I would actually expect another visit based on the past. I would actually expect another visit before continuing up to the like another visit down to like even here actually. What is this? Like around the 1920 area for the next week. Obviously, it really depends on what it starts to happen with the daily structure. But look at this. This is daily. This is pushing up. Yeah, it makes sense that today we see this level. That for sure. I mean, we're already tapped into it. But 50, yeah, 50 doesn't look so bad. Definitely. Daily. Oh, do we have some sort of a trend line too? Boom, 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 boom. Yeah, it would have been broken, and then this would have to be like a last kiss before continuing up too. So yeah, even trend lines here kind of like makes sense too. Anyways, we only need zones at this moment, so yeah, 4 hour bearish, new break. You know what? This is so the only tricky part about it is that you could actually consider this to be part of the one push and this not really being like a previous high. 1 2 3 4, yeah. So you could still be in a present bearish 4 hour structure, but for me it is bullish just because of the fundamentals. I mean, all the news absorbed here, the hike where was absorbed here, news event here, push up, and nothing has changed much with the, and actually the inflation is still like there present. So since I think that everybody absorbed the news, I think this fundamentally also makes a little bit of, actually makes sense to continue now from here to push up. So you know, a visit down to here would be actually healthy. A visit from here today after a tap here by tomorrow down to here would actually be healthy. It would end up with a weekly candle looking down nearby the weekly level that we had down here. So it would actually prompt for another daily structured visit. It would be something like maybe the daily ends up higher, maybe up here. And then the next daily kind of like becomes a bearish one. But if it closes a little bit higher than this would be even better, because then the next daily can be bearish, and then by Sunday daily could be another bearish that taps and flips. This is just me using my imagination, right? But now we're about to close the 4 hour, which is what we wanted. So yeah, two trade ideas, good ones. Daniel shared a good idea this morning. I executed on it because it really looked like one of mine. Just that it was mine is based on the 30-minute. It worked out. Managed. Oh, by the way, so this morning, wait, somebody asked me. So this is the answer, right? This is the answer. It was what happened this morning, right? That's the answer. So how do you your wins take 90% of the make? Yeah, so that is the answer. So you see, today I managed risk and I avoided. That's why, right? Because so this is how you do. If you're not sure, like if you see that there's a good probability something's gonna work, but you're not like 100% sure, right? Now, this morning we saw all of this rejection, right? We had the counter candle entry, which by the way is one of my entries. But when this is a 30-minute setup, by the way, I typically take this entry. Now, the only thing different here is that because it was a setup that I'm not used to, which is the 50-minute. I said, okay, you know what? I'm gonna be a little bit more conservative. So what I did was the moment this, you see this? So the moment I closed like 10 pips only, right? It was 10 pips, literally. It was 10 something, yeah. So the reason why I closed 10 pips there, it's because like everything made sense, but one thing, which is like I mentioned when I was looking at the 30-minute, which is so many wicks on the 30 minute, right? That could be a rejection, could become a rejection if it flips. So what I did was, okay, so if this is going to flip, what I would expect is that this is the limit of the flip. Because why? Because this is the limit of the wick. So you would expect that at least you're gonna feel this wick. So that is why I took profits around here. So I said, as I'm getting closer and closer to the limit of the wick, I don't care how many pips it is, I'm just gonna secure here and then let the rest run. Why? Because this is the limit of the wick. If it's gonna grab more orders to flip, it's typically around here that it's gonna grab them before it flips. Literally, what just happened was that. So that's how you avoid them. Like, you start kind of like making sense of what is going on. Like, before this, we didn't have a break above, like many, like this would be the new fresh break above. So you have to trust that this one is the level where you want to secure before continuing up. Now that is such a different scenario from this one. Oh, we just closed, but there's such a different scenario from this one. On this one, when you enter here, you have all of this to fill. This is a structure. Oh, look at this. So we close bearish. Yeah, there you go. So we close bearish. So there's a high probability that the moment we break below this gets filled. But this is a really, messy area. Now, the 1 hour on this one doesn't look so bad actually. So from this, it's just waiting support, honestly. So this candle here on the 4 hour, I'm not gonna lie, it's not so good. I mean, it is not good for bulls, just because it is a doji, and not only a doji, it is a bearish doji. So it becomes like an issue. It becomes an issue. So I would have to trust this level a lot, which it is a good level. It is a good level, but I would have to trust it a lot. Like, I would really prefer to see today that we drop down to here, to be honest. Like, I would prefer this just to fall, form support, and maybe like by 9:30, whatever, then kind of like push us up. Because then that would be a candle flip, boom, and it would actually make sense from this level, since the 4 hour also would make sense. This is a key level on the 4 hour structure, but this one is too. I mean, this closed here many candles, so this is a level too. Yeah, you know what? Whatever breaks and closes above here, I think could be a good setup on the 1 hour. That's what I think. Let me see something here. Here. I set up. This is weird. Maybe I monitor here. Yeah, it is a chilling day. Yeah, it is just a chill day out. I mean, hey, you know, it was a winning day, so the ideas worked. Well, it is good. It is good. Quite good. This fell really nicely down to here. If I worked, if I had to guess, you know what? Let me see some. Oh wow. Oh nice. Wow, that was a massive rejection. Oh, so this is interesting. You know, let me go to the higher time frame chart to kind of like look at this thing here. So this is interesting. If you notice this level here, this weekly level right here, zone, and we rejected it. Now, uh, typically that would be an intention candle for me if it closes like around here, above so many levels. Now, the fact that it would, like, if it closes below here, the weekly, between today and tomorrow, uh, I would kind of like expect a rejection and maybe grab a sell if that happens, because then the structure is still bearish. Like that would be a respect of the structure, because that was what I would expect for me to continue buying above. It would be above here, right? Because this is the structure breakage of the weekly thing, right? But if it doesn't, then this is the one rejecting here, and then that would still be bullish, by the way. But if it rejects, yeah, for a swing, yeah, I might swing it. I might swing it if I see. So the way I would swing it is if I see this. Yeah, but you know what? I have a big issue with this here. Like I'm not convinced about sales anymore, to be honest, because of this. Because the moment, so this is the thing. The moment we broke above this particular level, I can actually pinpoint it. It would be around here. So this is the limit of the zone that I would be expecting it not to break it. So what I would actually expect, to be honest, from this and moving on is a potential visit. So this is what I would expect from this thing. I would actually expect from here any visit down to here, but not only to here, but also even here. And you know what? No, this is the limit actually. This is the limit. You see this wick here? Here, this is the limit. So, a visit down to here, respecting this limit right here, and a rejection would prompt me to buy, to keep buying, to keep buying, and to keep buying. Reason for it is when we were coming up, this whole frame that I have here marked gray, this whole gray area here, if you notice, price whenever wanted to come down respected that level here, right? Respected it really well, even here. Now, the moment we broke above it here, first time we broke above it on the daily, it just came here to grab better entries to push up. Okay, so it broke here today. It broke here, not today. I mean, it broke here. Period. And it was today, but I'm saying just broke. That's all you needed, right? The moment it breaks above it, coming from below, then probabilities of this retracing either from here, where we are right now, or from here, and rejecting. So that's the cool thing. I just have to wait for a rejection to go for the buys, or buying. That's it. That's all I need for swings, at least. Now, if I see, how can I go for a? So the swing trading scenario is not so bad at all. It's just that honestly, I would actually prefer that for swings. I would actually prefer that we actually break below this now, like this area here. So, like, I would actually not grab this top here because this top is tricky. I would actually prefer this to kind of break up below here, and any bounce from below here, yes, that is a really good swing trade all the way down to like I think it is 149. So yeah, so that's how I see it so far. Joe just started the academy. Can you look at my chart and the fifth level to go up? Can you look my chart the fifth level to go up? Can you look at my chart? Where is it? Where is your chart? I mean, you can share your chart if you post a chart. You print like you just take a snapshot here, and you grab the last part of it and you share it in YouTube, and I can open it here. Let me see something here. What is going on here? Oh, it was the internet here. That was weird. $30. Okay, so 1 hour. This is a 4 hour just looks like BS, but yeah, sure, man. You can, of course, you can talk. I mean, anybody here could talk.
Hello, man. You hear me?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I was on the charts, and it was for me. I just don't understand what is happening there. You see, here are the interest rates. The price came down, and for me, it looked like it's rejecting this area right here. So I just have no idea what should I do. Maybe you can give me an advice or something. It's just, I don't know. It's just, I just don't understand what is happening here.
Sorry, wait. Okay. Yeah, you don't understand. Well, I mean, so this is, um, in my opinion, this was priced in the same way gold was priced in. So I don't know if that makes sense. I mean, the same way this drop was priced in is the same way I think this was priced in. This push up. I don't know if that makes sense because this was announced. So the rate hike was announced. So I think this was just priced in, right? The news event dropped the price, and I say this a lot of times, which is news sometimes are just excuses to move price to a level that they want. Still, I have to look at the details of the release of the what came with the news to see if there's any fundamental important thing that they said at the statement, to see if it is that fundamentally now we're ready to keep going down. I really have to look at it, I guess, later. But right now, technically, if I had to look at it technically, 4 hour moved up. All of these are 4 hour candles. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You know, so
Yeah.
fundamentally, this is a healthy correction, quite healthy. Like this level here, if you go to the daily, look at this. You see here, closure right there. You see here support. You see here a tap, a tap. Now this you can actually move it maybe more to the limits right there and still make sense. But that is it. That is what it's kind of doing here. It's just reacting to a look at this really strong level.
Yeah.
Look at this. This is a 4 hour. Look.
I see. Mm-hmm.
So it is reacting to that. Wow, I like it. It really held here. a lot before it even broke, and it held here before continuing up, and then it held here when it actually tapped the limit of the zone, and it held it here. So what that means is there's a high probability that from here if we're gonna continue going up, it's from here. There is a high probability of that.
Okay, because price is reacting to this level.
Yes. I mean, it looks like.
Even if the 4-hour candle closed in an engulfing structure, if you see the lowest body, the previous candle body, it was.
Oh, you mean a bullish 4-hour engulfing?
Yes.
Yeah. So I have a thing with that type of things with engulfings and bigger structure, which is sometimes when there's a lot of volatility, you're gonna see even a big engulfing candle coming down to a level and still from there continue going up.
Okay, so we have to keep an eye on the level more than the
yes. I was gonna just say that key like prices are so prices and structure as a technical analyst. I mean that's how I view the market. Okay, there's no written book. I mean there are written books.
Yeah, actually. I know.
But my way of looking at this is price zones and structure it surpasses pretty much anything to me.
Okay.
So that's how I look at it. So price zones and structure surpasses anything. So what that means is that you see like this gold here thing. Oh, it closed. Oh.
Yeah, it's gold.
So right here. Oh, it closed above. Yeah, but this is the thing. This is a 15-minute. No, yeah, I'm gonna wait for the 30-minute. So, the moment I see a 30-minute closure, Now the problem is, oh, it is 9:15. Actually, yeah, I should have been done with the day. Now that I think about it, it is 9 already and 9:13. I mean, I can wait for 9:13, 9:30 just to see. But 9:30 typically wheat gold gives a push, grabs liquidity. Oh wow, it's quite pushing here. So all I can say is, whatever closes above here is probabilities of this driving price up to here are so high that even I mentioned that if we break up again this week here, there's a high probability this just fills this up to here. Now it is quite weird that it is doing this push so fast right now. Like I'm not gonna place that sell that pending buy order, by the way.
8 a.m. bearish candle was a liquidity grab for price to go up, and 8 a.m. and 8:30 a.m. candle, both candle given fake out on 30-minute chart. I've shared a chart on Discord.
Oh, let me see.
And trend was bullish too.
Oh yeah, so you grabbed that entry?
Yeah, I grabbed this entry, but I am overall in loss because of GJ.
Oh, it's okay.
Yeah.
So what I would figure is that if it's, oh wow, this is pushing so fast. Wow. But this is, yeah, I mean, the bullish momentum is so strong. It's just 8:30, 9. Yeah, okay, so if it closes, by the way, I'm not gonna, so this is not me pending order or anything. I'm just gonna wait for it, right? I have no rush. Because if this is moving so aggressively, that means that the tap of the 1950 is more probable. So like, is all I can see. Like if we're grabbing so much momentum suddenly, and we close above here. Let's say we close above here. The moment we close above here, the move up to here and here is more probable. But I want the closure. You know, I'm not gonna get faked out or FOMO in following the rules. That should be it. Period. Nothing else. Actually, let me check on a couple of things here now that I think about it.
I think this was a fake out. See, when you draw line from here to there, and this was making higher high. So I thought, and previous 30-minute candle was bullish, and this was a weak fill trade also. I took buy over here, and this was my stop loss. My stop loss was small.
Oh, you did it based on the 5 minute?
No, based on 30-minute.
Oh, so when it closed here, you grab like the pullback.
This was my support, resistance. This candle came down,
Oh, so you consider this a fake out?
fake out, yes. And
Okay.
this candle closed bullish. This one, this candle
Okay.
closed bullish. So I was when this candle opened, current candle. I want to enter with very small stop loss. So I took entry over here. My stop loss was here.
Yeah, it's
And
okay.
this was weak fill also.
I mean,
Uh,
I'm gonna all I'm gonna say is the idea for that is valid because you're going with the you're going with
with
the
a trend.
yeah with the trend, so it is valid.
Yes. Yeah. And
I'm
all
waiting
this
for
candle,
safer buys.
all this candle was, uh, I think this was a liquidity grab for price to push up, and this is my final target. Above this area, 1943, it will be very choppy, I think.
8:30. This one started at 8:30. And
Yeah,
this one
yeah.
started at 9. You know what? The only problem, so I'm noticing that I'm missing quite some good entries,
If you
but
draw
but
a
I'm
line,
missing them correctly because I really don't like to trade right there when we close the 4 hour. But if you
uh,
notice, this here is
go,
the setup that I mentioned here. It's just that you
yeah,
had
yeah.
this little noise here, but if you notice, this was the break above here, and this was the
Mm-hmm.
support. Now, the only thing for me that made me not take it is that this was the new beginning of the 4 hour. That's the only thing, right?
Go to 1 hour. You see, candles are this candle failed to close below, and this candle also failed to close below, and this tapped over here and it went up.
Mm-hmm.
So for me it was buy, because trend was also bullish and previous 30-minute closed bullish, and both 15 minutes were also bullish, last 15 minutes. This will be very risky area for buy. I will not take buy above this area here. This is very risky area. I will pay, buy above 1947, 1946, but I will not buy in this area. It will be very risky for only 10 pips. At least I need to 20 pips for buy. This week makes me little bit tricky area. This one, this weak area. I don't like this area.
Yeah.
Better buy was from here to go price there, and I don't like this area.
Yeah, it makes sense that it is a tricky area. It's just that
And sale was below here, either
when you look
from
left,
safer.
when you
Yeah,
look
yeah.
left,
See this area.
you when you look left, you see here exactly. You see this. Uh,
Yeah.
the question I always ask myself is, before we came down, what like price likes to do something. For example, when price is coming up and it crosses this barrier here, for some weird reason, it likes to tap at least here before driving down again. I don't know if that makes sense. So when it came up, it first tapped here before it actually did this. Like even this candle here is part of this drive down. Now, when it came up again, before driving down again, it first tapped here. So the probabilities of this moving again above here, if we close above, are really high. So, you know, that's all. Like higher time frame, you know, higher time frame kind of paint the picture typically, and you can you can get scared out of it, or you can trust the time frame. You can trust the zones. My point is, I'm gonna remain bullish, and we're about to close the 30 minute. Yeah, 30 minute. You know what? So I only have just one single issue with all of this, which is, what is this? This is a 4 hour. This is the 1 hour, and I would actually want a closure above here for continuing the buys. Below here, not really. Below here, no, because below here we are at the zone. So actually, I can do this now. You see? So the 1 hour structure to me is sacred. I try to take trades that go with the 1 hour structure. So right now we are
this candle, this 1 hour doji candle. This is really scary.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So so the only thing that is tricky for me, like I said before, is 30 minute kind of close below here. So if we're gonna flip to continue down, this could be a hint. But the way I kind of like overcome that is, if I want another entry, I just wait for a closure above here. So the closure,
Yeah.
I mean the continuation entry that I've been taking publicly here, it's pretty much the same always. Okay, so it's pretty much the same entry all the time, every time. It's just I wait for the candle to close, 30 minute, next
Nice
candle.
closure. Big body.
Yeah, you want a closure above. You want a wick to visit the previous level at least, at a minimum. And as we flip the candle or as we break above, it really depends how far did we close the candle above the level. If we closed it too far away, then at the flip I go in. Now if we retraced enough, obviously. Now if we close like around here and we have a deep retracement, then I can go in at the flip. And if it is kind of like a deeper retracement here, because here I'm 100% sure this here is a 5-minute support structure. So if we go down here, look at this. There you go. You see? So if we break above here, you see? Oh, this is it. So this is it. So this same thing here, the moment you close above on the 30 minute and if the closure makes sense with this, then you could actually expect this to come here on the 5 minute to form like some sort of a support here, but it shouldn't be so deep, to be honest.
Yeah.
It should be like higher above, like something like this, and then at the flip of it, it would actually be in confluence with the 5 minute closures, and then you could actually kind of expect price to drive up to here and even here. So that would be the whole idea for me. Oh, look at this. This is kind of respecting this here right now.
Yeah.
But above here, let me see what happens with 930. 930 is the only kind of
Yes.
like tricky candle, because 930 is the candle that usually, let me see if I can show you. I think it did it yesterday. Did it do it? So that it grabs liquidity. It is usually the 930 and or the 1030. No, this is the 930. So okay, so it visited here. Okay, so it was yeah. This is the 1030. This is the one.
Now, I think 10 a.m. candle will be important. 9:30 candle will be little bit choppy up and down, and that will grab liquidity for NYSE. And 10 a.m. candle will go up, I think. Let's see what happens. Rejection from this area.
Yeah. Yeah.
1 hour doji rejection.
Yeah, I don't like this closure.
Yeah.
I mean, this is okay.
9:30.
Yeah, this is okay.
Open.
I just have to wait for this to close above again, and if anything, you know.
Yes.
Inside of here, we just tapped here from here to here, and yeah. Rejection, 4 hour closure. Yeah, this resistance, I definitely feel better whatever closes above this thing. It's just that this is the structure that I have formed here. Same way I would have been feeling better with this one here, would have been feeling better with this one here. Now, I do know that the moment that I have a closure above here, I might have a deep. Let me see if it happened before. I think it did. Yes, it did happen before. We had a closure here, and I don't even know if this was before or after tapping there. Just for reference, let me see what went on here. Oh, it was okay. So it actually tapped before tapping, retapping again. Okay, so that's good. Oh, this was a New York session too. Before we came up, this was 9 a.m., 9:30, and this was the 10 push.
10 a.m. Yeah.
So maybe let me see. Yeah. So whatever it does, you know what? We rejected enough. So this is the push. This is London. This is pre-New York, which typically moves a lot the price pre-New York, and this is NYSE opening. And yeah, so what I would do, if anything, just so you know, is I would just keep an eye on that level. I would not. I'm not selling. Like that was a good sell. I don't remember who took this one. That was a good sell right there at the break of this, but right, it was short-lived because from here I would not have aimed anything more than this.
This was, I think, GVP news sell off, interest rate sell off. This one.
Yeah, I mean, technically, this for me is a Comex opening with a break of a support. That's how I
Okay.
see it. I mean, it made sense technically for that sell. It's just I'm not gonna press sell today, but it made sense. So whoever counter trended this, it was a good one. I'm not gonna, I'm not gonna sell. So that's all I'm doing. So I'm just gonna wait for the buy entries now. Honestly, I don't feel like the problem with that I had with this is that we closed the 4 hour like this. You know, this is the only
Yeah.
stressful
Yeah.
thing in my subconscious mind. Not stressful. It's just it's kind of signaling me to be careful with anything here and kind of like wait for. So this is how I do. If I don't have a good closure, let's say this 4 hour would have been bullish. Now that 4 hour closing bullish would have made me feel way more secure about even buying right there as we open. Now 4 hour closing a doji bearish candle, then that means that I prefer safer entries. Now, safer entries for me would be above here. Safer entries is above here, up to here. So that's what I would aim for, not necessarily from here, because now I don't even know if because if we do not close above here, this could flip and just NYC could be this visit down here and then I don't win. I don't want to get caught there, you know. So that's all. Oh, there we go. Push again. Now, if we break above here now with this push, now it would make sense that it pops up to here. To be honest. I think that from here it's gonna push up here. Let's see. I'm not taking it, by the way.
This was only 10 pips stop loss.
Today I made big mistake of trading on GJ
This
News.
one. Yeah, man, I lost money. B month for me.
Oh, you took it. Let me see.
Yeah, but
Let me see this push up here because it now should from here move up to here. I'm not taking it because this is not a setup that I was waiting for, but it's just what I would expect based on what I just saw here. So if it does what I'm saying, and it closes up, oh, so this is the cool thing about it, right? So let me see if it gets here. Now, if it gets there and it closes bullish, then the setup for the continuation is actually a little bit better because now we can expect the deep retracement, go back as we flip the candle and go up here. So that's what I would do. Oh, I'm sorry, man. You lost there. I'm not taking this. Price went up. So price went to TP, entry on the flip.
yeah, this was a good trade. Very good trade.
15-minute candle broke below previous low, so close position. So wait. So what is the order of this? So entry on the flip, candle broke previous low, so closed position, and then it went up. That's what you're saying? So the only thing I would say about this is if you actually trust, so this type of entries, this specific one, the way I do them is, because to my understanding, this is what you had here was what you had here. Yeah, let me see if it. Oh, look at that. If it rejects again, then you see why I didn't take it, right? Because I still has like a lot of momentum. So I wouldn't, but it's so uncertain because it's coming from down below here. So that's why I don't think it is a good idea to take it, even if it happens. So the 15-minute candle that you just mentioned here, right here, the only tricky part, the only thing that I would actually say about this is when you got an entry so close to the support, typically you want to wait for the candle to close. Okay, typically. So you just kind of like wait for the candle to close, and if it closes bearish on the 15-minute, then then you execute a managing of managing your positions and stuff like that. But if anything, you know what? Let me type here just in case because I don't want people to get confused. Buys above 19. What is this? 1944. Let's say. Nice above 1944. That's about 1944, but you have to wait for the closure. Wait for closing of candle. So So that's what this is, because I don't want people to think that this is that we're entering right now. I mean, that's not the idea. You want, you want at least the 30, like even the 30-minute closure could be a good indicator in this point, even though I would prefer the 30-minute. Oh, no, the 1 hour is the one that is up. So, just wait for the 1 hour at this point. So the 1 hour closure above this level is good enough now. So a 1 hour closure would be the indicator now. So what I would expect from that 1 hour is a potential deep retracement down to here, down to this area. And to be honest, this closure would be really, really nice. Because if you notice now, it goes with the trend, it goes with the break of the structure of the 1 hour, it goes above the closure. I mean, just that's the beauty of waiting. That is the beauty of waiting. If we close above this 1 hour, we just broke above the previous high of the candle. We just had, we just respected the previous low. We formed a support from a key level. We broke the like all it's all there. Now this next trade, if it sets up to if it presents for the entry, that is a trade that if you lose it, it is a good losing trade. Like, you remember I said I have bad wins and good wins. To me, a bad win is when you don't follow your plan. You just won, but you broke your rules. A good win is you followed your rules. Now, the same way it is a bad win or good win. A bad win is when you didn't follow your plan. Like anything that is not you following your rules, your plan, is bad. Now, good is this closes above now. It is 18 minutes away now, because you could have waited for the 30-minute, to be honest, on the closure. But then the highest time frame candle that is about to close is the 1 hour. So 1 hour is the one that makes sense now. So the moment we close above, we just have to wait for the retracement and continue the buys here, all the way up to here potentially now. And now this is a higher quality entry. Why? Because of everything I just mentioned. Goes with the trend. Structure on the 1 hour would be broken if it closes above. This is a key level. Like, it's everything there. Like, what else do you want? Like, if we lose that one, I mean, if I lose that one, I'm the one taking that one, right? If I lose that one, I would feel good about that loss. That's what I'm saying. I don't know if that makes sense. It's all aligning, right? So that's the only reason why.
Why did you mark John here and see 1 minute? This one, 1931, and this one, sorry, not 1931, 1937.
4 hour.
Oh, this one is 4 hour.
Look left. Yeah. Whenever you see 4 hour, whenever you see green on my chart, it's a 4 hour level.
Okay.
But when I mark it, so when I use zones, so this is how I drew. If I use this green zone, it means it is a zone, right? Like, I would expect that, like, if it is just a level, but it is a level that doesn't hold structure so well, then I don't mark it as a zone. I just mark it as a level to watch out. When I use the zone, is for that. When I use the levels, it's just because it is a lower, maybe, reaction level, but it's not so strong. But when I use daily, and when you see me using, like, I used it around here, I remember, right here, you see this? So when you see me like a 4 hour, but a red thing means that it's a 4 hour, but it's as strong that it could hold a daily. It's just, I have my own code in my head. It's just for me. Do you feel good after a well risk loss and manage risk then that it is trade you take? I hope it makes sense. If you feel good after a well risk loss and manage risk, then that is a trade that you had to take. Yeah. I mean, if you took a good trade, like, for example, This trade up here, it was okay for me. It was good because it looked like a setup that I have. Okay, so what I did was I concentrated in managing risks really well to make sure that it didn't become a losing trade, right? Now, if it goes with my plan, oh, we're about to close at 15 minutes. Yeah, so if it goes with my plan and I lose it, I feel really good about it. Why? Because it was a trade that I was gonna take 1,000 times. Hey, Juan Luis, dímelo. So yeah, any good trade, a trade that I follow my plan is a good trade. That's period. That's how it is. Yes. So yeah, just sitting and waiting. So I mean, in the end, we had two good winning. Puse mis órdenes. Si tú supieras, si tú supieras que esta mañana eh, perdimos una por la noticia que se ganó, que realmente se ganó, pero la noticia me la sacó. Aquí. Mira, se ganó, tú ves que se ganó, pero la noticia fue tan volátil que me la sacaron perdiendo, o sea que el broker me hizo perder eso. Esa de esta mañana me hubiese dado como un 2%, un 3%, no, menos de un 2, casi un 2%. Y el broker la movió tan rápido que me la perdió. Me la sacó pérdida con mucho más de un 2. Que fue un desastre eso. Anyways, that was me talking to a friend. Sorry.
Tomorrow will be Spanish stream.
Yeah, Spanish stream is Monday and Wednesday.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Sí, muchacho, pero me la pusieron pérdida y era ganada. Y se ganó en vivo, de hecho. Si tú ves el stream, tú te vas a dar cuenta que se ganó en vivo, pero el broker me la perdió. Ni modo. That's it. It's okay. That's fine. Quite fine. I'm okay with that. Okay, so 10 minutes away. Just keep in mind, if we don't close this one above here, I'm not gonna trade for the rest of the day, and that's gonna be it. Because I actually waited until 10. That's the limit. I'm trying to limit myself. Don't want to stay too long in the chart. Don't want to take too many trades. I was doing other things. Oh, by the way, so let me share with you guys something really important. I have been profitable for I don't know since when, and I had my first losing month was last month, and this month has not been good. And I noticed that there was a reason for it, and that was because I was staying way too much time in the charts, and I was over trading on the other thing that I'm doing with the. I don't want to mention it publicly, but I'm trading in another place, and that what kept me the whole day looking at charts. And what ended up happening is I made a lot of money. I turned, a little bit of money into a lot of money, but then at the same time I started to have big headaches. Emotionally, I was being like I couldn't sleep well lately, the last 2 weeks. I had other things, really important things personally that I was dealing with, and all of that was consuming me. So I'm back to basics because I've noticed how like you could be profitable all the time and you let your emotions mess up and you get, you really have to balance things. Like you see this, 11 minutes, I'm done. Today I had two good trades. you know, regardless of what the broker did. So that is good enough. Why? Because the idea is that we share here, that we have a good time. You know, it's not lonely. We're learning from each other, share ideas, and if anything, not to take trades based on what I do, but just take trades and backtest them. You know, like uh, yeah, exactly. That's what I'm learning to balance as well. It makes no sense if you're making money but you cannot enjoy it because you don't feel well. Exactly. Like I was making a lot of profits with another thing that I'm doing that is not forex, and then I noticed that now then I did not became profitable last month. Was pretty much break even last month in forex. I was like, what the heck is going on? I mean, what happened here? And I noticed myself doing a lot of things that I didn't do before. I didn't do it like until like only when I was learning trading, and it was because emotionally I was staying too long in the chart. So what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna go back to basics. Typically, when I would have ended the stream, if you notice, if you watch all the streams and you would have taken only the trades that we did with the stream, that's just profitable right there. Now, I kept trading after it because then I would open the other platform. I would take trades on the other platform, and then I would open the Forex MetaTrader again and see another entry and say, hey, you know what? Because I took profits in the other platform, maybe I can take profits in this platform, and I started messing up. Yeah, man. Yeah, I'm 9 minutes away from ending this, and look at this. Nice rejection. Nothing happened. That's it for the day. I mean, you know what that means? There's a higher, you know what? There's no higher nothing. I mean, it just closed like this. Maybe later it's gonna come up and do this. Now, the one thing I do think that might happen because the 4 hour now peaked into this zone is that, oh, look at this. So there's a higher probability. So you see this between here and here. Let me see. I think that's a zone.
930 candle is pretty choppy.
No, this is not a zone. So I wouldn't place a sell buy pending there. Yeah, Rafael, have a nice one. Okay, so let me lay out the. If I were to trade, which I will not, by the way. You remember that I kept saying, hey, the trade for the rest of the day, the plan would be this and this and that. Well, I can lay out the plan, but I'm not gonna trade it. I'm gonna call it a day, and then tomorrow I'm gonna come back. Now, the only thing I will do is I will look for key levels. I'm gonna set up alarms for key levels, and for key level. That's the only thing I will do. I will set up alarm for key levels because I'm a swing trader. So if I see a key level being rejected as a swing trader, I might take an opportunity on that. So that's the only reason why. So so for GJ, well, you notice this is my key level. I'm gonna be watching. If I reject from here, maybe a buy entry. For gold, yeah, for gold. You see, I don't see it like that unless just for this little peak between here and here, that would be a quick scalp. That would be the only idea that I see as a scalp. Now, as a swing trader, a better entry would be down here. So a key level here is this one, right? So on this key level down here, look for potential buys. Sweet. And that's it. That's all I'm doing. So I'm not gonna rush into anything, you know. So all I'm waiting for is this potential rejection. Maybe drives price down to here. What I would want price to do is actually tap around. You know what? It is
Wait,
around here. Yeah. It
wait
has
till
to,
10 a.m. candle.
what?
Wait till 10 a.m. candle to open.
Yeah, the thing is
Okay,
that the 10
15.
a.m. 10 no 10 yeah, between 10 and 10:30. Between 10 and 10:30, you see a big move suddenly. Most of the time with gold, even with USD CAD, I do remember. But the problem is I will stop here by discipline. Just even if it gives me the setup, I have to stop because I have to be disciplined. That's so if you really want to lose, so keep in mind this: you really want to lose your money really fast, even if you had a good strategy. Start breaking your rules. You're gonna see how fast you're gonna lose your money, and start over trading. Like today, I had only one successful trade in pending order that I forgot to remove, and oh, this is about to. Oh, look at this. Oh, okay. Wait. Oh, there you go. I mean, if it gives me the setup, it's gonna give it to me. Then yeah, I'm gonna take it. And I didn't think it was gonna give it to me. Okay, so now I could wait a little bit longer, I guess. Oh, there's volume here. Okay, I was gonna say bye because yeah. Yeah, okay, so like if it closes above, I'm gonna have to stick here for another half an hour.
I will not take any trade. I will only watch how 10 a.m. candle will behave.
Because this push was sketchy, right? This push up here was sketchy. This is kind of like intention, and yeah, that was sketchy. Now 30-minute candle would be above this. I would guess 15-minute candle. Wow, this literally grabbed a lot of liquidity again to the same place. Oh wow. Oh wow.
And 15-minute candle closed above.
Look at this. Even the 5-minute is prompting a continuation entry.
Yes. Come on, gold. Close them up.
This thing is gonna push up. This thing wants to go to 1947 really bad. Like really, really bad. I have one. There's just one way that I would be discouraged out of this trade, and that is if in the last 2 minutes we actually tap here. Oh, it looks like it wants to do that. It's just really, really bad. I mean, wow. Look at this. Boom. Wow. There's a lot of volume. This is. I would be surprised we don't see 1950 today. I would really be surprised. Look at this. Wow, look at this. Above here, from here to here, it's almost a given. From here to here. Last 2 minutes, look at that.
Stop loss is very big. 15-minute stop loss will be like 60-70 pip stop loss.
Wow.
Four-hour week fill done.
Yeah, you know what? Closure is gonna give it to me. Yeah, Closure is gonna give it to me. But let me just say this. It is 10, and I said that I wanted to stop at 10. So this is all I'm gonna say. Even if it gives me the money and the setup, I have to recode my rules again, so I will not take the trade even if you give it to me. So just so you know, guys, the setup would have been, I'm just gonna explain it. If you see it happening, you know, and if it is part of your plan, good for you and enjoy your money. Closure would have to been here, right? Go to the lower time frame. I would actually prefer, because it is wicking way too hard, that it wicks yet again. So I would actually prefer this thing wicking down to here again after the closure. It is about to do it. So I would actually prefer. Listen, this is the probabilities of this thing just going to here are so high that it's almost like like almost like free money. Really, really. Look, it's just volume. I would prefer a wick, but it looks like it wants to get there first. So I would actually say that you want a look at, there you go. Yeah, it's just gonna get there. He just really wanted to get there really, really, really bad. So I don't think it's not gonna even give a wick. So that's good, because then that's not an entry for me. But if it was a good entry, it would have been me coming down to here, and this is dangerous, because when it goes first up, typically it goes down
Yes.
really deep.
Down. Yes.
So you know what? So the setup would have been, I'm not gonna take it, by the way, okay? Even if it happens. So the setup would have been top here, preferably here, at least at a minimum. What is this? 43.68. Why do I have it there? Oh, it was because of the closure, yeah. So let's do 50. 50 there. Let's do 50. So if I wanted to continue this thing going up, so this is what I would have been waiting for. I would have been waiting for this visit down here. All right. Even better if we get down here, and 1 hour you look at it, you see. So what I'm noticing is it's grabbing so much momentum that then this is not gonna hold. Most likely it's gonna go to 50. So what you wanna wait now? Oh, this is nice. Wow, this is so you know what? It just created such a big wick on top that you really wanna be careful with it. So most likely now with this, so I'm just gonna watch it, right? I'm just gonna watch it. So now with this flip, this is literally what I would have wanted, right? And now as we come back to entry, to the beginning of the candle, it would actually make sense to, yeah, it would make sense to continue going up, because it hasn't tapped yet here. And this is a key level. So it is an intermediate key level, but it is a level. So it would definitely give you those pips right here. Well, how many pips are there? Like 20 pips, some? I mean, the probabilities of it are really high if we come back to entry. And especially after this, now the stop loss would be like around here. Wow, this is so tasty. That, oh shit. It really looks nice. That's the setup. That's literally the setup playing out right now. Yeah, that is the setup. Whew. Oh man, oh man, oh man. That's money right there. So much temptation for me. So much, and I'm gonna have to wait it out. So I'm gonna test myself today. This is the temptation playing out. You know what? You have to be flexible sometimes. Now I'm convincing myself, right? It's just that is the setup I was waiting for, right? That was the setup I was waiting for. Now I would just have to wait for the flip, and that's pretty much it. Anyway, not gonna do anything. Yeah, small position could be. it's just I, the moment I the moment I execute on it, I will be doing myself psychologically. But yeah, you can play it out. It should play it out. It should play out up to here. Like okay, so look. The moment we come back to entry, especially after this visit, it should come to here. So those 20 pips are almost secure. Like 21 pips, the moment we flip, are almost like free money. I don't know, man. That's so good of a setup that I don't know if I should really be missing it just because I want to follow freaking rule. Yeah, the setup is right there. The probabilities of it pushing up are so high. Um, Even the funny thing is that the 4 hour on the Dominion market thing is actually looking so good to continue up because the chart is different. So freaking thing, man. Uh, Let me see the 5 minutes. Let me see something. Let me see something. You know what? You could actually wait maybe also for a 5 minute closure above this zone, and that would be an entry. After this, you know what? Because this is the liquidity area. Oh, look at this. Look at this chart. By the way, look at this chart. Look at this chart. Look at that 4 hour. Look at that freaking 4 hour. Grab liquidity. Where do you think this is going to? So as you flip this thing here, again after such a massive wick with momentum, with the fundamentals, where do you think that is going to? Where do you think that is going to? Like if you lose, like if I were to take that and I lost it, now if it breaks, if it closes below, obviously this is over. But if it flips back again up, the probabilities of this is a good loss for me. If this were to happen, if it flips, just because this is the setup I was waiting for above the structure. Now, if it flips from here, it would also make sense because this is, look, 1, 2, 3 big wicks, and it would actually make sense for this to fall really hard, you know. Now, this is the flip side of it. If this breaks below here and closes below here, the continuation for this wouldn't actually make sense. I don't know if that makes sense, because then that would be so many liquidity. No, actually, it wouldn't make sense so much. Yeah, it would make sense because of the wicks, but not because of the structure. The structure is beautiful to go up. But this, oh, I know this candle. Oh no, that's not. When that candle is a 30-minute candle, that one right there. So you see this, when it happens with the 30-minute, typically it's a reversal. But it looks like it's a 15-minute candle, so that's interesting. So maybe this is a reversal and this is the 15-minute reversal. Okay, that would be interesting. But anyways, 43 to 46 area is a tough one. Look at the wicks. Buys above makes sense. Yeah, buys above the wicks definitely makes sense. Now, I think we haven't tapped 47, so that would be it. You know, if we come back up again to entry, that would make sense. It's all I'm saying. You know.
Yeah.
That would make sense. I think 5 minutes might give you this setup. You see this? 5 minute closes above here. I think that would be an entry. I don't do 5 minutes, but I would guess that would be a good entry. Man, I stayed just because it gave me the closure. Now I have to wait like another 30 minutes just to see if it was gonna happen. Oh, Oh, there it comes. 5 minute, yeah, 5 minute, yeah, there you go. Look at this. So let's see. Yeah, let's see. 5 minute closing above this. Yeah. So the stop loss, I guess, would have been here. Yeah, because this visit here is almost guaranteed, almost. Yeah, I mean, when I look left, it's just yeah, it's just a level. Look here too. It tapped here, there. It tapped there with the 4 hour too last time. Look at this. We had a lot of volume. We have volume today. It just makes sense. I mean, probabilities of it just make sense. I don't know. Now the 15 minute is kind of looking sketchy. It's looking down, but it's not looking so bad either, because if we close the 15 minute above here, the idea is still valid. It's just let's see if the flip of this was gonna work. Oh, look at that. Another grabbing of liquidity that if it flips again, then that's it. That's it. From here to here, boom. Another 5 minutes, 15. Now look at this. This is a bumpy road right there. Look. Boom, 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 boom. That's quite the bumpy road. It's boom, 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 boom. Like all the way up, which is weird because when you have a lot of volume, you typically, yeah, just move up. Oh, look at this. Look at this. From here to here. You know what? Yeah, it is just too high of a probability. I'm gonna. Man, that is the setup right there. That is the setup right there. That is the setup up to here. TP right here. Move to break even right here. This is a good loss. If you take this one, this is a good loss because this from here to here is like probabilities are so high that is just banana crazy. So high, you know how high they are. Now it's just if it flips and comes back to entry, then to me that's just a good loss right there. Because I mean, to my idea specifically, because it grab liquidity. This is a level to visit. We have momentum to go up, supposedly, right? Yeah, it's just everything right there. So yeah, yeah, and it should just shut up the next 2 minutes. Should just boom, either this one or the next 5 minutes, because the next 5 minutes is actually that's the 15-minute candle. Let me see. Yes, so yeah. So now the only thing that could happen is that the 15-minute one, if it wanted to close looking down, for the next 15 minutes to come back again to push up, that would make sense, and that would still be a valid idea. That's all I can say. But I want to look at this. Like I really want to look this how it plays out. I would hold this. I would hold this because we have bullish momentum. This is a buy setup. This is a 5-minute setup. This is the flip of the candle right here. This is the 1 hour level. Like all of it is aligned. 40 seconds. I think those 40 seconds is just gonna shoot up.
Come on, gold.
You see the wiki area, but this is a level to be visited today. There you go. There you go. There you go. Keep at it. Just leave it open if you're there. I mean, that's what I've been doing. It has to tap here before I even TP anything, right?
Close some.
Right there, I would have been taking profits, moving to stop loss. As we tap here, this wick, right there, there. TP, maybe half, move to stop loss. This should get that. That's it. That's a successful trade rate right there. Look, that you know how many pips that was? You know how many pips those were? Look at this. Look at this. This is 23 pips.
23 pips.
Man, this is just yeah, it is. It's just easy, man. And this gets to here today. Now, you know, it's really high likelihood this gets here today. Yeah. 3 wins today. I mean, 3 winning ideas, I'm saying. 3 winning ideas. Look at this. Look at this. Right here. I would have been taking.
Have you closed full position?
But this should drive up. You know, I mean, the probabilities of this driving up, it shouldn't do anything. It's just the probabilities of it driving up are really high, really high. Like that not driving up would be so weird that I would be kind of like really surprised. You know. Anyways, there you go, guys. Yet another setup right there. That would have been the partial TP right there, where I said right there would have been. And this maybe would have been taking my thing up, maybe not. And yeah, but that's it. It's just this is really volatile, so you have to be careful with the whole thing. But it should just you know, it should just hold. Like if you really wanna be like, so this is how I say. Today from here, which I even thought about maybe placing a buy order here. Just this, that's how strong this level after this closure here. When it was visiting down here, I really thought about just buying from here up to here so that I could have a better R. But if you know, if I were now within my time to, but right there. So like if it comes back to entry, then it was 22, 23 good pips. Oh yeah, there you go. That would have been a 22, 23 really good pips. So you know, it's just like I said, it's that's all you want with scalping. You just want the you know, the money that you have here. This is a messy area, so this is not such a. I said it was easy. It was easy because I knew what to expect. And today, like I said, the probabilities of this now visiting up here really high, anyways. So if you really wanted to be a little bit safer, let's say, and maybe say, you know what, I'm gonna play with lower risk. You could have entered maybe here, as we were forming the support here of the 15 minute. And because this closure was really nice, by the way, this closure was was really nice. So you could have entered as we came down to here, and maybe wait. Let me see, 5 minutes. Yeah, the moment 5 minutes started to, this was a closure. Yeah, this was a closure. So the moment 5 minutes did this, that would have been like a good entry. That's a 1-to-1 right there. So that's not bad at all. And that would have been a trade too, and continuation potentially. or even leave it open. Like you could literally, because this is a higher time frame playing out. Is all I'm saying. You know, it was a really nice confirmation. Anyways, I really hope that I really hope that all of you did good too. It was a good setup, played out. It played out nicely. So we had three winning ideas. For me, it was a loss because of the broker, but it was a good idea. See, this played out perfectly. The one that the one from earlier played out perfectly. This one played out nicely. So that's it. You can just back test, play with it, and see how you manage risk. It's tricky a little bit at first, but if you kind of learn how to do it, you're gonna be grabbing pips here and there, and you're gonna make some money. So I'll see you guys tomorrow. Tomorrow is Friday, so I'll see you guys tomorrow, which is also an English stream. Give it a like, subscribe, share with others. If you feel like you enjoyed or learned something or had a good time, whatever it was, I would appreciate the support, just so that other people that may be looking for, support group or whatever, they can actually take benefit of it. But I think today we see this. So have a nice rest of the day. Do not overtrade, and I'll see you all. Tomorrow. This is the people. Say bye to YouTube.
Thank you very much.
Bye bye, Sanjam. Bye bye, everybody.
Bye bye.
Leonardo, everybody.